This is the M Zone.
And welcome to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Missler, best guy in the Bizzler, and Big Sweet on some personal time, long overdue. Let him do his thing. But we do have
cheesecake, munching on the cheesecake, munching on the cheesecake.
yeah,
Cheesecake, munching on the cheesecake, munching on the cheesecake.
yeah,
Cheesecake, gobble gobble, cheesecake, gobble gobble, cheesecake.
yeah.
Cheesecake, gobble gobble, cheesecake, gobble gobble, cheesecake.
And that would be Vicky Brezzo in the house from 24 Cheesecakery over at the Briarwood Mall.
Yes, sir.
And Vicky, I was looking forward to you. We were I was thinking about staying home. You know, the kids got the time off, and I read the whole Ann Arbor school, public schools were out of school, and then I said, I better check on something. And I did, and I hit you up, and you hit me right back. Yeah, I expect to see you. I got out that house. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, because you stood right there.
Exactly. I remember it. So what'd you bring us today?
Well, today, even though I missed the last week, I mentioned about that walnut salmon glaze, so I decided I was gonna go ahead and bring that.
Oh, yeah.
And some garlic chip green beans and some roasted parsley potatoes.
Nice.
Yeah, so I thought that was well-rounded. You got your protein, starch, and your vegetable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I got to turn on the screen for this.
He's going to turn it on the screen.
Okay.
You know that when this happens, that we got this. We just hold on. Let me go. If you're watching on stream, get ready for this. This is what we're working with right here. I mean, why don't you look right here? Just look at this right here. Look at this here, Sam. Right here.
Man, walnut! Look at all the walnuts. They look at the walnuts. Good.
Look at it. Look at the potatoes.
Yeah.
Look at the potatoes. Don't look at the board. Look at the potatoes. Not the board. The potatoes. And the green beans.
And the green beans.
Beans.
That's the key.
Look at the beans. Yes. Listen, if you're bringing some food to the station and it don't look like this,
it's got to look presentable.
I don't want it.
Exactly.
I don't want it. I want it to look like this. Look like this. If it ain't like that, I don't want it.
Oh, thank you. But I did want to say, Nancy, if you listening, I have your tray at the mall.
Oh, Nancy, if you listening, you and I'm gonna tell you what. It's gonna be good. It's good. It's good. It's worth the wait. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's worth the wait.
Nancy, if you're listening, you don't get over to the shop by like 6:30 tonight. It may not be there tonight.
Yeah, that's true. I may have to pick up that too.
All I'm saying is, like, listen, Daddy always loves the food that Miss Vicky and Sean always bring into the shop.
Thank you.
They do.
Thank you so much. Yes.
You spoil us rotten.
Exactly.
That's what I love to do, is spoil folk.
Hey, you just spoiled us, boy. We excited about this, boy.
All right.
24 Cheesecakery over at the Briarwood Mall, right next to Tarico's.
Yes, and right across from Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness is there. That's right. I always get that confused, but I see people looking in at over there. What they gonna go come get?
Exactly.
After that, I'm Planet Fitness. You cheating, boy? I say, hey, all right.
Listen, it's okay.
We like, come to us.
Exactly.
Come.
Listen, you burnt enough calories. Go ahead and get yourself something that you regain those calories with.
And that's what they say too. I just got to working out. Now I'm ready to eat.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something. So, we always got to come up with an idea for CJ. I want something nummy, different things like that. Well, he's been going through a spell of banana and strawberry.
Ooh.
And it's very good. I didn't know bananas and strawberries combined.
Yes.
They're good.
Yes, they are.
So I said, I got to talk to you today and tell you banana strawberry cheesecake somewhere in there.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
That'll be my goal for next week.
I'm just saying, strawberry banana cheesecake. It would be crazy.
Yeah, because I didn't think of that.
I didn't think of it either. But I see him eating it, and I see him eating it, and he's like enjoying himself with that. And he makes banana strawberry sandwiches.
Yeah.
The strawberries on the outside
Uh-huh.
and the banana in the middle. And he's eating them, stabbing them with the fork and eating them like that. And I was like, wow.
Well, that's all right, because he's getting them fruits in.
Yeah, he's getting the fruits in them.
Yeah.
And, he think he's getting away with something, I got something nummy, Dad. I'm like, oh, you eat that. Eat your fruit, boy. Eat your fruit.
Well, he gave me an idea, so I'm going to try it.
But I'm going to say that he gave me that idea. I wanted to bring that idea to you and say, what do you think about that?
I do. I think we're gonna try that next week.
So I just think, hey, how's business over there? How you doing? Everything going well? I know you're busy now.
Yeah, we're busy, and things are going okay.
Mhm.
Because this is January, and usually January is when everybody's
got that fitness, in them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we're hanging in there
Mhm.
for the month of January.
Yeah, well, good. That's good.
Yeah.
It's always good to. Always good to see you and sit down and talk with you and see how everything's going. And I especially want to thank you for the salmon. I mean, that's awesome. Salmon's good for you. And I love that part of my diet plan.
All right.
So I put that in there and everything like that. I don't eat meat or pork, but red meat or pork. That's what I don't eat.
Okay.
But I do eat some salmon nowadays. I say, hey.
Yeah, that was just a glazed walnut, but I decided to make it a brown sugar glazed walnut.
That's nice. That didn't even sweeten it up. You just put a little sweetener on it.
I tasted it and I'm like, something this is, because I saw the recipe and I'm like, I got to try this recipe. But then I tried it and I said, okay, I got to do a little something.
Right.
So that's what I did.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I know it's gonna be good. I know it's gonna be good, boy.
I also like seafood. I see food, I eat it.
No, you didn't say that. Okay. All right.
So, Miss Vicky, I got a question to ask you because I know we're a couple weeks away from it. And of course, one of the things I see on the website at 24cheesecakery.com, if people want to do a little online ordering, are these gifted rose cheesecakes. And Miss Vicky, we are not too far away from one of the more overglorified Hallmark holidays in America in Valentine's Day.
Yep.
So just out of curiosity, what if someone is looking to get something sweet for their sweet, what would you recommend to offer someone that wants something for their sweets?
I would recommend those roses. And then I'm getting ready to experiment one more time with those roses on top of a cake and make it as one. I have it in my head, so I'm going to try and make it happen. But they can order any size cakes from 4 inches, 6 inches, 8 inches, 9 or 10, any flavor. And just call and we'll have it ready within 24 hours.
Look at that.
It looks just like a rose, too.
Yeah.
You make it, you got the down to the petals and everything. It is wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, you do chocolate, but you do the actual red rose, too.
We do. We'll make a white rose. We'll make whatever color you like. We'll do it.
Yeah, that's incredible. And Sean has said that you guys do really well with those.
Yes, especially around this time of next month. And so I'm like, okay. Well, so I'm glad you brought that up.
Well, yeah, I'm not just a pretty face that's being hidden by a logo right now. But
well, that's all right, pretty face.
But every time, it seems like anytime you or Sean come in with the cheesecakes or whatnot, whenever, even reinventing a new flavor, something like that, it always just seems to you don't miss with the flavor. I mean, you brought us the Oreo cheesecake today, and I've had that one numerous times, and it never misses any time. Hits every single time.
All right. I appreciate that. Thank you.
And if Big Sweet's listening, sorry, big fella.
Yeah, big fella. We gonna enjoy ourselves. That's what we gonna do. But you getting things you need to take care of, get them taken care of. That's what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
On the West Coast, you missed the 68 degrees.
That's all right with that.
He's all right with that. We at minus 25, minus 15. I mean, good
all
God.
Bundled up.
Exactly.
I used to say I'm on Amazon looking at how to get a heated blanket delivered, same day delivery at this point right now.
I'm getting one of them heated vests. That's what I'm gonna get. Yeah, I'm gonna get
I've
one of them
seen
heated
that.
desks. Yeah, they no. Somebody said it worked. Somebody said it works.
I
So
can believe that.
it you know they figured it out. It lasts and the heating in it. It lasts up to 2 to 3 hours.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
Exactly. I saw a guy walking today with a light coat on, and I'm sitting there watching. Now this is at 6:45 in the morning. Walking his dog.
Cold
okay, I know it was cold this morning.
Stars.
And I stopped and said, "What's keeping you warm?" He goes, "My heated vest." That was an omen. That came right to me because I talked to someone yesterday about it. Then it hit me, and then the wife hit me with it this morning, saying you should think about looking into them heated vests. I heard they blah blah. I'm like, what? Why are you talking about it? And she goes, I'm just saying.
She wants you out of the house more often.
I get it.
Like,
I
listen, Jamie, we know it's wintertime and you probably shouldn't be doing a lot of outdoor walking, but get your ass outside.
Right. And I try to get out there. You know, I ain't going outside acting a fool. I mean, come on, man. But that being said, I just, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try that out. And then, now we're talking about it again. Now it just I'm gonna just buy one and see what it's like.
Yeah, let me know.
And you can heat the way it charges.
Oh,
just like your iPad and your phone. It's the UBC, and you plug it in, leave it on there. It fills up. Your iPad, your phone can tell you your jacket is fully charged.
Yep, get
you
one.
good to
Let
go.
me know.
Because
I stay outside too long all the time. So let me know.
Well, I was all freaked out. Everybody said don't have no skin exposed going outside. I went outside. I'm like, well, it ain't. I get it, but I ain't. I ain't out here
last night than it did today, though. I left the studio after the women's game. I'm like, damn, it's cold.
Right.
What the hell's going on?
And I was sitting there. I got this morning. I was like, I did my window. I went out there and brushed my windows and everything, and I'm like, okay. If this is minus 25, this ain't no minus 25. They talking about that. I was walking around, but I did not go through the drive-through because I didn't want to let my window down. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And so I actually went in to Starbucks today, and they freaked out. What you doing? I said, first of all, I'm taking care of you, and I'm taking care of me. We're having a conversation, your usual? I said, yeah, my usual. And they gave me my usual. And it was good, but I'm saying I was trying to keep warm and keep them warm. I was thinking about them this time around because I like those people over at Starbucks. They know what I get and everything. A lot of them do. The baristas and have great conversations with them in the morning. You can't have it's a short conversation, but
it's a conversation.
It's a conversation. Yes. Yeah. Have a good day. You know what I'm saying? And if they're being nasty, just picture them naked and then start laughing in their face.
Oh, my eyes.
Exactly. Picture them naked trying to be mean. God, look at them and go, damn, you probably ugly as sin with no clothes on. Don't say that to them, but they let you picture them.
They let you outside in the daylight,
right? Okay, it's a good thing. Yeah, I would say, I bet you, if it was light, I'd be hiding my face if I was you.
Well, it's just good to be nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're gonna be, give me my coffee.
And hurry up because it's cold out
here. Exactly. I ain't want to be one of those people.
Well, good.
They
will talk about you.
Exactly. That's and then they start giggling. That's him. That's him. That's the one. That's the one.
That's a buck naked boy, right?
Exactly. Exactly. So I try to be nice as I can to everybody.
Cupid, right?
And that's good.
Keeps
your blood pressure down.
Yeah, exactly. And they write nice things on your cup. Enjoy your day.
Oh, see?
That's what they say.
Also, put pants on.
I wear pants. I do. I wear pants. I wear sweatpants today.
Oh, okay.
I put my sweatpants on, but I got my long pants on too.
I was going to say it's time for the Johns to come out.
I got the long Johns on. You ain't got to worry about that.
Pants ain't enough. Bro.
I got like 3 shirts on under here. 3 long sleeve shirts. I ain't lying. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's cold as bug out there.
Yes, it is. And it's gonna get colder.
Exactly.
So bundle up, y'all, this weekend.
Sound like we gonna be digging snow. I was thinking a few inches. They talking about 8 inches. I'm
No,
like, okay.
not up this way. It sounds like maybe 2 to 4, but I don't know. It's still. I'm over the snow and the cold.
I mean, I guess I am
over
too.
it.
Well, it is winter.
Yeah.
I get it. You know what? I kind of want to be over with it now. After Christmas, if it didn't snow on Christmas, too damn bad. I'm done with it.
You said pack it up.
Exactly. It's over.
Yeah, the fa la 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 is gone at this point, man.
Exactly. I just want it over. But I know there's a lot of people that take this and they love this winter. They want to go skiing. They want to go sledding.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
And I don't want to steal their winter from them.
That's
So I
right.
got to enjoy it. Let them
That's
enjoy it.
right.
My son loves sledding. He loves sledding. Let him go and sled. I take him over there. I'm pulling that sled up that hill all the time and letting him come right on down. You know, I can't get on that sled no more. Hurt my back.
No, I feel you. I'm just getting down on the ground. I'm done with
Right.
that.
That's what I'm saying. So I just do that. I'm like, okay. But it's good. I mean, hey, then we get a hot cup of cocoa.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? And just feel good about ourselves and talk about
Exactly.
his run, how he did. I made it all the way to the street, Dad. I'm like, okay. There you go.
Don't get run over.
That's the key. Yes.
Look both ways.
Oh, exactly.
No.
Don't let him get hit, boy. Go through your head. Ooh. Where the baby at? He got hit.
Looking like Mr. Bill. Oh
Exactly. You think he just dropped it on her? Like Mr. Bill.
Woo, y'all
Oh
funny
my
today. Y'all
God.
funny. Y'all making my day, man.
You know what? I want you to smile because you came in, you was looking a little tired, like you got all the worries on your shoulders.
Yes.
And I want you to have fun in here.
Well, thank you.
That's why you
Well,
need to keep laughing. I'm telling you, folks, you got to go over to 24 Cheesecakery over at the Briarwood Mall because they do it all. They do it all. They cook it. They make it for you. If you like cheesecake, try it. If you don't like cheesecake, try it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to like it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
And what's great too is that one of our former co-hosts is now wife has got dietitian restrictions where she eats vegan.
Right?
They make vegan cheesecake.
They
too.
do.
So guess what?
They do.
If you're vegan, gluten-free, do you guys make like gluten-free ones too?
Yeah, we do. We make gluten-free and we do the sugar-free.
See, there you go. So if you got dietary complications, they got your hookup no matter what.
Sean wasn't allowed to eat no meat. Sean wasn't allowed to eat sweets. He wasn't allowed to do anything. They cooked it. That's how this woman knows how to cook all this good stuff. That's good for you. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
No, I'm just saying, y'all. Look, you want meals? She can make you meals. The weekly meals. They can make you meals on a day. Whatever, you come on in, pick it up at the time assigned, and you move on.
Exactly. Because I believe that if you're going to learn how to do one thing, try and learn how to do it all. Meaning in this case, meals.
Right.
I was a vegetarian, but then I started eating meat, and then I started dibbling and dabbling in vegan and whatever was it, keto and whatever,
keto,
keto.
all of those.
And
things.
and I love putting menus together. It's like a challenge to me to try and satisfy a person.
Can people go online and sign up for the meal plan and everything?
We got to get that set up.
Okay.
And that's the plan.
Okay. All right. I'm just making sure because so they can come in and set up a meal plan with you.
They can, or they can even call us, and you can reach us at 734-865-0169.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way. I'd call. Hey, pick up that phone and call now.
Yeah, 734-865-0169.
Because I know everybody trying to lose weight right now. I know all of y'all, Branson, doing your little hoppy on the trampoline and doing all the weight. You're pushing your little weight in the air. You're doing your walking, doing your running,
you pick things
all
up,
of
put
that.
them down.
And they just do it. And hey, it goes with the meal. They ain't lying. It's that meal the things that you put in your mouth, the calories or whatever you put in your mouth, That's what's gonna make you fat.
Exactly. And we do portion control if that's what you want. And if you want to be out of control, we can do that too.
Exactly. It's Friday. You want to be out of control. Get that meal in.
Yeah,
Get that big meal in.
Everybody deserves a treat yourself day.
Yeah, treat yourself.
Let today be a treat yourself day.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You treat yourself.
And listen, and this is coming from a guy that, like I've mentioned before, I'm on a seafood diet. I see food, I eat it. That anything that any and everything that I've seen that have come out of that kitchen, like there's nothing bad that's ever come out of that kitchen. No doubt about it.
So much.
I mean, we even had. I mean, Kyle even got a hold of me a couple weeks back, and he's like, "Miz, what's where's the place at?" And I go, "It's over at the mall." He goes, "That's right, I forgot about that. I'm gonna go over there and say what's up over to the folk over there." So Big Kyle went over there a couple weekends back.
He
There you go.
did.
Yeah,
He did.
there you
He
go.
asked
See?
about Mr. Sean,
Uh-huh.
but he was there.
Well, that's the thing. All the interns, all the guys that anybody associate with me, they gonna go over there because I'm gonna tell you want to go over there.
Thank you.
I'd say the same thing as well. I'm like, you looking for a good cheesecake? That's a place to go. Even if you're looking for a cheesesteak,
Cheesesteak too.
That's
I'm pretty
true.
sure there's
Yes,
Cheesesteak
we
too.
do.
You can make cheesesteak.
And we have the vegetarian cheesesteak.
Uh-oh.
Also.
Oh,
Look out.
look out with that. So I'm just saying.
that right there too. Yeah. From the heavens to your mouth.
No, it's good food. It's good
Thank
food
you.
and it's good people. I'm gonna tell you what, I'm weird and I have my
glad you said it.
my links. I know I'm weird. I don't eat food at people's house. I go over to people's house. I mean,
No, I understand
if you don't break it out of a carton or something like that,
because you don't know.
I don't know.
You just don't
I don't know what you do in your house. I don't know what to do. Now it's just the way it's me. It's not them. It's me. So I just don't
understand.
I don't eat many people's food. If I don't know you, you know I ain't gonna eat the food.
And then they have animals sometimes.
Well, yeah, that's
which
the
is
thing.
fine because I
It's
love
fine.
animals.
I do
but
too.
I see pictures with cats and dogs
Yeah.
helping themselves, and I was like, okay,
Get your damn cat off the table.
exactly. Oh,
I got 4, and they want to visit you, but I make them get down. They know. I when I say get out, I don't know what that language is in cat, but they get down. I'll tell you that. They know that clap, and they know get out, and they don't come up no more. I don't play that game. I don't play that.
Get out of my face, Mittens.
Exactly.
This is my cheesecake.
I don't play that game. Hey, mine, not yours.
there you go.
Listen, Fido. Okay, this is my
Fido.
chocolate cheesecake. If you have any of this, it might be your last cheesecake.
Exactly.
And it ain't your time yet.
The only
Now it's
person
my
I'm
time.
sharing with in that household is the baby.
Mhm.
CJ, and he ain't no baby either. He's 5 years old and
I
he
won't
talking
know.
out now. I want something nummy. I mean, you better come on with it. It's cheesecake day. That's exactly what he said. It's cheesecake day. I better have a strawberry cheesecake coming home.
See,
I said, you got one? I got you.
Come on, big fella, we got you.
My goodness.
y'all funny.
It's like first
So-
Uncle Miz brings him a black and white cookie.
Yeah.
that's through his
On
Pops.
Thursday, on Wednesday.
And
on
now,
Wednesday.
now he's asking for strawberry and banana cheesecake.
Exactly. I told him I
Well,
told him I would say something. That's what I said. I
It's
said I would say something. So Vicky, I know you got to get back to the
Okay.
restaurant. We
Make sure
appreciate
Sean,
you.
Make sure Sean's not slacking.
Exactly.
Right.
Crack them eggs, Sean. Crack them eggs.
Get that batter made.
Ex-
But I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you all next week.
Well, thank you very much, and I look
Okay.
forward to enjoying this right
right.
now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's Vicky Brezel over at 24 Cheesecakery over at the Briarwood Mall.
734-865-0169, 24cheesecakery.com. You know the drill. It's up on the stream right now. If you don't believe it, peep it.
See you. Well, we're gonna take a break, and we come right back with the El Presidente himself over at the U of M Club of Ann Arbor, and Kevin Fitzsimmons will be will be on the other side. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Missler, best guy in the Bizzler. And you got Kevin Fitzsimon, El Presidente of the U of M Club of
All rise.
Ann Arbor. What's up, Fitz? How you doing, man?
Hey, Jamie, you know, that's great. All my closest friends call me Fitz, and for the time we've been doing this together, I'm glad you finally jumped in.
I'm all in, all in.
Sometimes you gotta, let them know. Just like, hey, listen, you want to be on the real? You want to be on the up and up? Just call me what the people call me. Call me Fitz.
That goes for you too, Miz. That goes for you too.
Well, I gotta show respect to the El Presidente of U of M Club of Ann Arbor. You know, call you by your full name. That's all I gotta do. But I know how to call you Fitz or KT on a cell. Oh, did I break down that fourth wall? Sorry again.
That's okay. I used to love it when neighbors used to say, "You call on the radio," and I would always feign ignorance and say, "I don't know what you're talking about." I don't have to do that now. So no, hey guys, I'm really happy to be on this week. Hope you guys are staying warm, but we had a barn burner of a luncheon this past Monday at Weber's Inn, which we do each and every Monday. For your listeners and anybody that loves Michigan sports, don't have to be a Michigan graduate, just a passionate fan like all your listeners are. But we had John Jansen come in and speak to our club.
That's not something you see every day.
You're absolutely right. Jamie, I'm sorry you didn't work out for you. You would have enjoyed it too, both being former Redskins. But John came in and, as he does all the time, whenever you see him, do interviews and his podcasts and on his Jansen Vision on Inside Michigan Football. I mean, he's very direct, very honest, and just a great guy. I mean, two-time captain as a player here at Michigan, was captain of the 97 championship team, had a 10-year career in the NFL. And just loves Michigan, just bleeds maize and blue. I mean, I don't think anybody wears that maize block M on his heart as proudly as John. And it was evident to everybody that came into the club. And, again, thanks to your show, we had a lot of new members and guests come out for this because
that's good.
Everybody's been, on pins and needles, as you can say, for this whole portal period, which concluded last Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And John was able to break it down in terms of what happened and his interaction with the new coaching staff, which he's had an opportunity to meet with when he was down at the bowl game, and a lot of positive things. And again, a testament to this staff, and really. Very difficult circumstances to not only bring in players through the portal, but retain a lot of the players that from our own team that had entered the portal, but fortunately was able to be convinced to boomerang back to Michigan. And that's a testament to Coach Whittingham and his staff. He shared that he met with every individual player and had an opportunity to look at film and assess them. And basically, I think Coach Witt said during one of his many interviews with media that he felt like he was flying a plane while he was building at the same time, and that is not too far a stretch from the truth. But John particularly likes, surprise, the retention that we have and the people we have coming back on the offensive line. That's where he comes from, and Coach Whittingham is a firm believer, and it all starts at the line of scrimmage for both sides of the ball. And, he also very much likes the new offensive coach, the offensive line coach that's coming in, who's developed a lot of elite players. And, he went into detail about the development of some of the players that he's seen through his eyes. And, if you were there, you got all the 411. In fact, it was definitely one of the longer luncheons that we had, but that's only due to the excellent questions that all our members gave to John, and John, again, there was nothing off limits. He said he would answer directly and honestly, and if he didn't know the answer, he'd tell you. But all that was shared, and I think, again, the timing was great, but it was very optimistic. And the good news is that John's become a friend of our club, like you, Jamie, and he said at the end of his talk with our members that he'd be happy to come back anytime. In fact, John brought his daughter, Ellie, she herself is an athlete. She plays softball as a sophomore for Marion High School and looks every bit the athletic part.
Wait a minute. I hope her mother kind of smoothed it and smoothed the whole. I got a young lady who looks all big and stocky. I hope the mother, made up a lot of it.
No. I mean, just a great family. You could tell John's a great, proud father, and she's an athlete, and he was talking about the honesty of having his kids being recruited, going back to Coach Witt and his staff, and that's he really did recognize in Coach Witt is his honesty and directness as well. Going back to his own playing days, I mean, I will share something that was said inside about, that John shared personally. Playing for the Redskins, he played with a number of coaches there. But one in particular that he said kind of echoed the way that Coach Whittingham approached his discussion with the individual players is Marty Schottenheim. And he said that Marty would tell players quite candidly if they, you may be good enough to play in the NFL, but you're not good enough to play here, and would help them and say, okay, during the fall camp, the summer camp, he says, we'll help you expose yourself as an audition for the other teams out there and do whatever we can to assist you. But he feels that kind of honesty, that's what he wants to hear as a parent, when his kids are being recruited, and he thinks that resonates well with the way Coach Whittingham also has communicated with the current members of the team right now and their parents. So, there's a lot to like about what's coming in here with Coach Whittingham, and John seemed to echo that. So I'm very excited based on the discussion we had with which a lot more information was shared. That we have optimism ahead of us in terms of the type of coaching staff we have, the team that we've brought back, and then additionally some of the added players that we've had, like this defensive end, that came in from Utah,
and
John
then Henry.
I'm sorry. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Jamie. 11 and a half sacks, and he seems like a beast. And then we brought in their best skilled player, top recruit from Utah, who's been, compared the last receiver out of Utah that's been this good. They compare him to Puka Nacua, who for the Rams. So he's going to likely play wide receiver for us, but he can play both ways. So, I'm pretty optimistic. I mean, we've got a void at linebackers. And even though the portal is closed, I'm sure you've explained this on the radio, there are players that are still out there that haven't found a destination yet. So that can still happen. And I'd say the practical side of it for Michigan is drop ads ends the end of this week. So I would think and hope that anybody who wants to still enroll this winter has to do so by that time if they want to participate in spring ball. So there could be some additions, but I think the bulk of the team is pretty well set at this point in time. And I'm very excited. John, brings a lot of enthusiasm like you do, and love for Michigan. And, I think we can all feel good about what's ahead.
No, you're right. This is going to be great. And John does a great job on the radio calling games and everything like that. So, I mean, hey, John was that 97 team was that my first year on the radio calling my game. And I'm like, I hope this team doesn't lose. I don't want to talk about a lot of, games that we lost and do a lot of explaining why they lost, And
right.
I didn't do that all season long.
Yeah. That was magical. That was the first year, Jamie, our family moved back. I got transferred from Chicago back to Michigan, and boy, couldn't come at a better time.
It was great. It was wonderful. And I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't have to talk about any losses or anything like that. I thought that was the greatest time. And Doug was the co-host, and Doug said, this doesn't happen all the time, Jamie. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, Michigan, they actually lose games. I said, in your years, yeah, sure, okay. We ain't losing here.
Yeah. Oh, and Jamie, I listened into that program when we're on there. I used to, in fact, whenever I'd call in, occasionally I'll still call into Doug's show. And, he always used to say, I'm sure you know this well, when people would call in and say, how's it going? And he would always come back and say, the swelling's down. I don't know why he did that, but that was so he always chuckles when and I always ask him how the swelling is, and he knows exactly who it is that's calling. So no, I think it's great. It's a great journey, that you've had on radio here, and that John's had now in the media. When Dan Deerdorf and Jim Brandstatter retired, that was a great opportunity for him. And John has always asked the tough questions. Win or lose. I mean, he's the first person that goes into the locker room and talks to the head football coach, and he doesn't hold back. He doesn't pull punches. What he sees as a former player and as an analyst, he's not afraid to question. And I think it's great that we've got someone like that cares so much, but also has the back of the listeners and the followers of the football team to ask those tough questions. So, but right now I can tell you that John Jansen's very positive about the staff and the team that's ahead.
And that's good to hear. I mean, that's good. John's a good guy. He's a good judge of character. So if he says it, and I've heard nothing but good things about Coach Whittingham. So I think he's the right choice, and he'll be great for Michigan.
I agree, Jamie. All in all, as we went through this morass that happened middle of December until the day after Christmas, when they made the announcement, I don't think it could have worked out any better. Personally, this is all my personal opinion. I've never hepped up on Kalen DeBoer or any assistant coach. I think it was important that we had somebody with head coaching experience that was successful. And, some of these other coaches like Vanderbilt and ASU, I mean, I think they were just trying to negotiate to stay at their alma mater.
Oh my God, yeah. The guy, the young man from, I call him a young man because I'm too old. The young man out of Arizona State, he was never coming to Michigan. Come on.
No.
The way he cried about where he lived and how much he loved that Arizona State, I went, oh, you ain't going nowhere. You using this whole platform.
No, I 100% agree. And he's Coach Whittingham has won more Rose Bowls than Michigan has in this century. So
right.
He's been successful, and he's done it in Utah. So given the resources, and I'm sure he knows this, but he's secure in what he knows about the game of football and coaching it. But the kind of support and resources that he has in Michigan, I think he's going to be buoyed with enthusiasm. I know he said it before that he's got juice. He's a workout fiend. So even though he's 66, he's probably could thump a lot of kids 20 years younger than him in terms of a workout regimen. And I think it's just a great fit for Michigan given the circumstances right now. I don't think we could have come out of this any better.
No, you're right. You're exactly right. Fitz. It's just the way he is. He's got what is it? Peloton. On Peloton, he's got the world record at his age group.
I know.
It's incredible. I mean, I'm not saying I can't believe it. I'm just saying, wow, it's impressive.
Yeah. No, apparently he had a media session with Joel Klatt when they were doing a game out there. And he came, he had a towel around his neck after a workout, which I guess is common. And he says, "I just crushed your record, Joel." And he skis, double black diamond runs, and he's in good shape. So I think in terms of worrying about somebody by age, in this case, it is just a number because he takes great care of himself. And again, he's a successful coach, and he's done it at a place, kind of like Dusty May, who came in at FAU, taking them to a Final Four. I mean, talent and coaching. You bring it up to a level where you're going to have competition, where you're going to play 4 CFP teams here, and the way too early rankings. Iowa's going to be ranked too, and Penn State's going to be ranked. So I think it's going to be a challenging season, and I think we got the right guy to meet that challenge.
Kev, I want to ask you this. I don't know, Ms. You got to help me look this up or something. Can you name me another school that has 3 head coaches or coach 3 head coaches in the NFL? I mean,
no,
it's incredible, isn't it?
And in a span of less than 18 months,
right?
3 former coaches are in the NFL. I mean, that's incredible.
I mean, Jesse Minter just got the Ravens job, but Jim Harbaugh had the job, and Mike McDonald had the job at Seattle. He's getting ready to play tomorrow and get ready for the NFC Championship, AFC Championship. No, NFC. And I'm just amazed by it. I see this, and I'm like, has this ever happened in college football or in anywhere?
No, I would have to. That's a good trivia question, and I don't know. You'd have to dig deep in the record books to come up with anybody that has had more success, especially in that short a time. We're just talking about a year and a half time.
Exactly. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah. No, that game this weekend too. I mean, Mike McDonald, defensive coordinator at Michigan. So you pull for somebody like that. But at the same time, I'm not going to hate if the Rams make it because Blake Corum seems to be having a bigger and bigger role, even though he's not the number 1 back.
No, but he's playing. He's playing out there.
Hey, he was out there in the fourth quarter of that game last week, and I'm sure it did your heart proud to see a guy of his toughness and stature come across and take on a blitzer. He made some key plays. It's those plays that don't show up in the record books, but he's a football player, and it's great to see him play at this level because we all love Blake. We all know what he did for this university, and it's great to see him continue that success in the NFL.
No, exactly. And it does play the heart good because you see that young man, he's getting work done. He's still doing what he loves to do. And having an opportunity, and he's got an opportunity to go to a Super Bowl early in his career.
Yeah, absolutely. AJ Barner though for Seattle.
Yep.
He's got the ring here from Michigan, and he's showing out very well for the Seahawks. So I think that's going to be our de facto Super Bowl. I'm not so sure either of the AFC teams can take on them. Looking forward.
Wait a minute. Are you calling your shot? I mean, who are you taking in the AFC? Are you taking the Patriots or are you taking the Broncos?
Denver at home. Nick Foles wound up figuring out a way to do it when he was forced into action. And if he doesn't lose the game, the backup at Denver, I can't. He hasn't played in so long. I forget his name, but
Tatum. Or Stidham.
Yeah.
Stidham. Jarrett Stidham.
Yeah, and if he doesn't screw up, because I think the Denver defense is strong, and I think home field has a big factor in that. We'll see, because the Patriots really didn't wow me, and when they played that game, granted those conditions were awful, but I don't know. I just don't see either one of those teams. In a field like they're going to play in San Francisco for the Super Bowl, the nod to the NFC team. Yeah, I guess I would go out on a limb and I would give the nod to the NFC team.
Yeah, NFC. I mean, look, it's really the NFC West. That's what it's really those 3 teams that it was up against. But I mean, I get what you're saying. And these 2 teams have played each other twice already, and it's 1-1. So I mean, who gets that second bite at the apple?
Yep, I agree. Hey, we only got a few minutes here. I don't want to hold you up for your next speaker, but let me just talk a little bit about who's coming in this week.
Yep.
We have Justine we have Justine Ratterman, who's the women's assistant coach in her second season here. Team is doing great. They moved up in the standings. They dropped one earlier this week, but they bounced back nicely. And the women's team is I think still ascending. They lost a tough non-conference game earlier in the week, but then they came back on dominating Rutgers.
That's my fault. Again, that's my fault. I take the blame for that one, Fitz.
How so?
Yeah, because I watched the game. Miz got me all fired up, saying, "Hey, the queens of Chrysler are doing really well, James, against Vanderbilt." Next thing I know, I turned to it and I'm watching it. And it's at the end of the game. All they got to do is make a three, Kev. And they don't.
I read him the riot act the following day, Kev. Like I needless to say, I was not tickled pink by the fact that we lost to the same score that we did to UConn in UConn's backyard. This was as neutral of a neutral site as you can get. And that the one on the game Monday just kind of felt like, man, that one with Michigan could have gotten that one. He fell short. And then Jamie says he watched the game. I'm like,
No, the game we just got down in a hole too quick and came back. But we have great enthusiastic turnouts for when our women's basketball coaches speak. So anybody that's been following this team and their ascension this year and their play, come on out on Monday. Things get underway at 11 o'clock, and you can have a delicious lunch at Weber's. You can come as a guest. But we're so confident that when you do come as a guest, you're going to want to join. It's only $60. And the benefit of joining right now at this time of year is that the remainder of the year, you get to enjoy coaches such as Red Berenson, who's yet to come in. Tim McCormick is going to come and speak to us just before March Madness. And then, of course, we have the spring football discussion, which will be probably one of the football coaches coming in. You can get the benefit of all that. And then we still can have you enjoy the entire season next year, all the way through the spring football game in 2027. So for $60, that's a heck of a deal. And then 10 times you attend in the fall, you get a free room at Weber's. That pays for itself, and the money all goes towards scholarships. I mean, we as a club are tied to the athletic department. We provide scholarships to both men's and women's sports, as well as academic scholarships to Washington County students on the basis of merit and need. So, please do come out. We always have a second coach, and I'd be remiss not to mention the second coach we had on Monday after John spoke. It was Ronnie Bernstein, who is actually a legend, with Coach Hutch, now retired.
Mm-hmm.
She's the winningest. Again, she's been there 18 years, and she took the women's tennis team to the Final Four last year.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the success we have with all athletic programs and the excellence, which is the standard from each and every program, you hear that from the coaches when they come and speak to us. And I will tell you a quick thing about Ronnie when she came up. Somebody asked John because the national championship game was on Monday when he was speaking there, and somebody asked about his preference for the outcome of that game. And he started off by saying that, during his career in the NFL, he played with a lot of guys that went to the U.
Yeah.
And he said, I didn't particularly care for them either.
He didn't like them?
Yeah, evidently not. But when Coach Bernstein came up on stage, she put her hands in the U. She says, I graduated from the U.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I know. Everybody laughed. And so somebody asked me if she knew Michael Irvin, because, Michael Irvin's been so prominent throughout the Hurricanes.
Oh, sure he has. Yep.
And I don't know if you guys saw the SNL skit that they did last week on Weekend Update.
I did catch that. Yep.
Oh, my, so funny. But apparently, she was like the number one doubles player in the country. She won the national championship, and she was inserted to the Miami Athletic Hall of Fame at the same ceremony as Michael Irvin. So, yeah, they know each other well.
That's awesome.
So that was funny. It was. So we have another speaker on Monday as well after basketball, Jan Dowling, who is the women's golf coach. And, like Ronnie Bernstein, she played professional tennis for 3 years. I think she was ranked 60th singles, 40th in doubles. She played in all the major tournaments, Australia, Wimbledon. And Jan Dowling, too, was a professional golfer. There's a show that used to be on ESPN called The Big Break. And she was a contestant there, won there. And, has done a great job with the women golfers here, elevating the program. So she'll be our second speaker, and talk about the coming team ahead. So once again, we welcome your listeners to come and try us out. I think you're going to find that there's a lot of kindred spirits there, and in terms of the love for Michigan athletics. And thanks again, you guys, for always giving us time to talk about it.
Well, Kev, we really appreciate you, and really appreciate you coming on and enlightening our people on the around the area.
Okay, buddy. All right. Have a good weekend, and go Blue.
Well, that was El Presidente himself.
All right.
Kevin Fitzsimon. Fitzsimmon.
No, you're right the first
Fitzsimon. We'll get that right.
Yeah,
Anyway.
UofMClubofAnnArbor.com. Get your membership, and you can be a part of the next meeting on Monday. Next
Exactly.
week. So
you can show up and find out the real.
Not the play, the real.
The real.
Hey, by the way, want to make a little PSA / announcement for tonight's basketball game. Of course, Michigan takes on Ohio State to honor the one, the only Mr. Trey Burke. But I don't know if you've stepped outside or not. I know you have, Jamie, but I mean, the people have stepped outside. It is bitterly freaking cold outside.
It's deceiving because that sun's out. It's deceiving.
In the words of Dr. Evil, it's freaking freezing out here, Mr. Beaglesworth. Now, if you've got, youngins that are part of the Maze Rage, they did put out a little, Maze Rage did put out a little tweet out there on the old Twitters, saying that if you've got digital wristbands for the Maze Rage, the lines will start, you can start lining up at 6 p.m. and the doors open at 6:15. And you've got a cutoff of 6:25 before it becomes a, first come, first serve basis this evening, because it's going to be bitterly cold. The wind chill is going to be nasty, and they don't want the kids or anyone staying outside as long as they need to. So make sure you time out accordingly for tonight's basketball game over at Chrysler Center when Michigan takes on Ohio State.
We're going to go to a break. When we come back, we got Austin Meeks from The Athletic on the other side. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Missler, best guy in the Missler. And joining us is Austin Meek from The Athletic. Austin, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well.
Hey, Jamie, I'm good. Trying to stay warm.
Yeah, like we all are, bro. I got you. Hey, we're gonna get a little cold, but we just gotta stay inside a little bit longer. That's all.
Yeah, I get a little cabin fever, I get out of the house. Got the kids at home today, no school.
Oh, so. Austin, tell me about it. I know that.
It gets a little crazy.
That's why I came in today. To the radio,
yeah,
get a little break.
You.
Anyway, let's get back. Hey, Sharon Moore had his court case in yesterday. Anything we should know? Anything happen?
Well, I thought it was notable that he appeared in court alongside his attorney, and she made it pretty clear that they're going to fight these charges. There's some kind of procedural things that happened yesterday. Basically, Sharon Moore's attorney was asking for more time to get some documents, which I think is probably the transcript of the interview that the staff member that Sharon Moore was in a relationship with gave to the university, I believe was the document that they were trying to obtain. So basically they rescheduled the hearing for a later date after they have a chance to get the documents. But I interpreted that to mean that Sharon Moore intends to fight these charges. His attorney said after the hearing that they maintain that he's innocent. So it didn't seem like from that initial appearance that there's going to be any type of plea deal or a plea entered anytime soon. It seems like he wants to fight this.
Well, I mean, I guess he's got a case, if he differs from what they're saying he did. So, I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, I think what's going to probably be at issue is what happened on that afternoon, that he was fired when he went to the woman's apartment. We understand that he made some threatening statements toward himself,
right?
Threatened to harm himself. At any point did he threaten to harm the woman? I think that's going to be a question that is really at the heart of how this gets resolved. So yeah, I think we're gonna learn more probably as this plays out, both about statements that were made to the university and what happened on that day.
Okay, well, that's I just want to keep people up to date on that. And then Michigan football sounds like they're I saw in one of the issues, I think it was a Sports Illustrated issue or ESPN. No, it's ESPN, where they have the top 25 in the portal, after the portal, and Michigan's ranked number 10.
Yeah, that's right around where I've seen Michigan in a lot of them. We did one at the Athletic, and I believe Michigan was number 14 or 15. So that seems to be the consensus. This is a top, it's not a top 10 team, top 15 type of roster. That feels about right to me. I think there's some questions, that might make you think twice about bumping Michigan up, in that top 10 range, but also a lot of talent on this roster that makes you think that, this is a team that's going to be right there, a team that's going to be knocking on the door with a chance to, get up into that group of contenders. That seems to be the read on this team coming out of the portal.
Yeah, I mean, Austin, they got a lot of players that from where the former coaching staff came from. The current coaching staff came from. I mean, from Utah and that area, on the west side of the United States. But I mean, they're gathering a lot of talent from where they came from, and they got a running back out of Oklahoma, and they got a couple. They changed their quarterback room too.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of that may still be in flux. we're going to find out, if everybody enrolls and plays where, they played at their previous school, maybe some position changes or, some pieces that end up moving around a little bit before this roster is fully set.
Right.
But I think it's mostly in place now. You can look at this team and, at least see the general outline of what this team is going to look like. And I think, I was talking with Stuart Mandel, my colleague at The Athletic, who did the rankings about this Michigan team. I think we both agreed this offense, should be one of the better offenses in the Big Ten with everybody they brought back. Should be a significantly better offense next season than it was this year. Defense is going to have some questions. That's where most of my questions are in terms of the depth, especially in the front seven. So it'll be interesting because we're so used to Michigan winning with its defense. It's been the backbone of the team really over the last decade. Is this a team that's going to have to outscore some people? That's an interesting question for me. Yeah,
that is a big change to things here at Michigan. But it'll take time to stock up, and you know what? Maybe we will outscore a lot of teams this year with the new change in offensive thinking and different things. We're going to run the ball. I know they said we're going to run the ball, but we're also not going to not use the people that we have, meaning Bryce Underwood will throw the ball down the field.
Yeah. I think this offense is really, even if none of what took place in December had happened, this is the direction that I thought they needed to go anyway, was to really commit to being a balanced offense. And I think that's what they're going to do. They're still going to run the ball. I mean, Jason Beck, the offensive coordinator at both Utah and New Mexico, had a top 5 offense and a top 5 rushing offense in the country. So they're still going to do that. But I do think they're going to be more committed to being balanced, more committed to throwing the ball. They're going to have more weapons in the passing game. Finally, that receiving core should be able to put 3 guys on the field who are legitimate receiving threats. So I think we're going to see a more balanced offense, and I'm curious to see what that opens up for Bryce Underwood.
No, that's going to be interesting to see, and hopefully we get to see a lot of it. At spring ball, things develop quickly enough.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you have a new staff coming in, that first spring is really crucial. There's usually some growing pains, and it takes some time for everybody to get adjusted to the new system and the new coaches. So it's going to be a really important spring. We got a few weeks here before it starts, but it always starts sooner than I expect it to.
Right.
It's like February and it's cold, and like we just got done with the season, and all of a sudden we're in spring ball. So it's going to be here pretty fast.
And now, last but not least, Austin, I want to talk about the Trey Burke game, honoring Trey Burke, raising his jersey to the Raptors and different things like that. I know you weren't here for the Trey Burke thing, but I'm sure you've heard the history of Trey Burke and how he and his school teammate in high school, they planned on going to Ohio State, but they wanted the big fella, but they did not want Trey Burke. And Michigan took him, and hey, it worked out. I'm going to say that, and it worked out.
No coincidence that this is all happening on the night that Michigan played Ohio State.
Who knew that? I didn't even know we were playing Ohio State. I knew there was a basketball game, but I knew it was Trey Burke night. Who knew it just happened to be the Ohio State game, huh?
Yeah, very, very fitting how that all worked out. So I'll tell you my Trey Burke memory. You're right. I was not here when he played at Michigan, but I was sitting probably 20 feet away when he hit the shot against Kansas.
Oh, wow.
I was in the building. I was covering Kansas that year. So I saw the other side of it. I saw how devastating that shot was to that Kansas team in the NCAA tournament. So that's one of my most vivid memories, actually, is that game.
So tell it to us from the other side. That's kind of cool. I mean, that Kansas team thought that they were going to win this game, right?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to remember that Kansas team. I believe that was the Ben McLemore team.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
At Kansas, and it was a good team. It was not one of their championship, Final Four national championship caliber teams, but had been a really good team, in the regular season and went into the tournament with a lot of confidence. And you could just see it, on everybody's faces when he hit that shot. Just that team was just deflated. And they just ran into a Michigan team that day that was on a mission. And that was really, really memorable game and a memorable run for that Michigan team.
Oh, it's crazy. Trey Burke was wild. I mean, look, we didn't even know he was coming back. Trey had a great freshman year. So we thought, oh, well, Trey's out of here, But the coaches sat down, talked to him, told him, stretch it out. Him and Beeline, they bumped heads. Go figure. They bumped heads. So they got it together. They sat down. They worked it out. This is your team. You run it the way you run it. And Beeline never did that before. I mean, come on. Beeline is a control guy, and it worked out. I mean, he gave Trey the car, and Trey just took care of it.
Yeah. Well, that's what the best coaches can do. The best coaches can adapt and play to the strengths of their best players. And when you've got a talent like that as a coach, sometimes that's the best thing you can do. Just put the ball in his hands and give him control of the team, and great things can happen. As we're going to see tonight, that guy's jersey going up in the rafters.
No, you're going to see that. And where Michigan seems to, as Yaxel Lindenberg gets healthier, I think it revolves around him. Yes, he is him. As he gets healthier, it seems like this team is getting better and more prepared for the Big Ten Conference play.
Yeah, we talked to Yaxel after the game the other night, and he said, he still could feel it a little bit with his calf just when he goes to plant and drive off of that leg. He doesn't have quite the explosiveness that he had earlier in the season, but getting closer, I think every game he gets back to being a little more his full self. And yeah, I think, we haven't quite seen this team get back to that level that they were at during that hot streak. It looked like they might against Indiana.
Yeah.
The way they got out to that lead, 17-4 early on, and Indiana just couldn't make a shot. And then, they were up 25 in the second half.
Right.
Then the end of the game, Indiana hit some shots and made it look a little closer. So, not quite that just wire-to-wire dominance that we saw from this Michigan team for a period of time there, but feeling like they're starting to get back in that direction, though. I wouldn't be shocked if they take off here and put together a few games that look like what we saw earlier in the season.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, look, we haven't seen Michigan do what they did in Los Angeles. I mean, in Vegas, but I mean, look, this team knows what it needs to go through. I think, last year, Dusty had an awakening how rugged, and I'm using a choice word, how rugged the Big Ten is. And I'm talking about the rough play that the officials let them play with. It becomes pretty much a half court offense that you need to run all the time.
Well, yeah, and one thing that Dusty May mentioned after the Indiana game was just how hard Indiana was trying to keep them out of transition. Not even really trying to crash the glass at all offensively. Just get everybody back and don't let this team get out and run. I think that a lot of teams are going to be trying to take away that part of Michigan's game because they are so good in transition. So if a team slows it down and makes you play a half-court game, can you execute and take care of the ball, and be efficient in the half-court offense? And for a lot of the night, Michigan did that. At the end, they got a little bit sloppy, some sloppy passes that turned into turnovers. But, we've said it all along, this is a team that can beat you in so many ways. And I think they're at their best when they can get out and run and play a fast-paced game. But if they have to slow it down, they've showed that they can do that too.
Yeah, it seems that way. And it seems that, he's got – look, how deep is that bench? Is it 9 guys?
I mean, depends on the night, but when you've got, Trey McKinney in the rotation, LJ Kason, they do have weapons off the bench. And, as we've said all along, it can be a different guy every night. That's part of what makes this team dangerous. Is, Yaxel doesn't have to go get 25 every night. There are other guys on this team who can step up and hit shots on a given night when Michigan needs it.
No, you're right. This team is what I saw in the Wisconsin game, and I'm not saying I foresaw this or anything. This team's got to play with the same. They got to come out being intense and ready to play. You can't just warm up and get ready to play and then get into the game as the game's going on. You've got to, from the jump, you've got to be able to get into it, because teams in the Big Ten and particularly Michigan at the time was undefeated. So they wanted to get into them and get after them. And they've learned a lot from that. I think Dusty has touched upon that too.
Yeah, I think it really all starts on the defensive end for this team. They feed off of their defense. The way they were playing defensively early in that Indiana game, it really set the tone for that game. And Indiana missed some shots, but Michigan's defense had a lot to do with that. Mm-hmm. I think what let Wisconsin back in that game really was Michigan just was not locked in on defense. Had too many mistakes that led to open shots for Wisconsin. Penetration, set up threes. They've played much better defensively since that game.
Right.
Have looked a lot tighter. Rotations have looked better. I do think that game was a wake-up call, especially for just what this team needs to do defensively to play up to its potential.
Yeah, this will be interesting. This game will be interesting too. The going against Ohio State and the whole. I know it'll be. These young men don't know Trey Burke from Adam. They're all going to say, "Yeah, I remember him when I was young and everything like that." But it'll be interesting how Ohio State sees. Because Thad Matta's not there. He was the guy that was supposed to recruit Trey. So he's not there anymore. So when they see the highlights and they see what goes on, they'll go, "We did that."
Well, I did. I was looking the other day. So Trey McKinney, I think, said that Trey Burke was his favorite player.
Okay,
as a kid. He's a Michigan kid. He's from Flint, so you probably watched Trey Burke back in the day. But you're right. Like, it doesn't seem that long ago to you and me, but that's a long time ago for kids that age.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, who's going to remember Trey? If you're not from Michigan, you're not going to remember who the Michigan players, Yeah. Nowadays, because we're in the NIL. That's why.
Sure. Well, and the other thing, how I knew that? Somebody put together a highlight film of Trey Burke that I was watching the other day.
Okay.
Man, those shorts,
oh my God,
were so much longer back then. I was like,
I thought they were so long.
I didn't remember that. Back then it seemed normal. Now I look at it like, God, those things are huge.
Oh my God, who put those on those kids? That's what those poor kids. I know we wore booty jokers, but good God.
Yeah.
Awesome. Appreciate you coming on, being a part of the M Zone, and have a good weekend. Stay warm, brother, and enjoy the game tonight.
All right. Will do. Thanks, Jamie.
That's Austin Meeks with The Athletic. We're going to go to a break, and we're going to do something on Friday that we usually do on Thursday on the other side.
Yeah, it's usually weird, especially if we're not going to see him on screen.
Exactly. Either. But, he's over at the Senior Bowl, So he's doing the Senior Bowl thing.
Look
so
at it. Look at big time Nick doing big time things.
Nick's a traveler, and you know he's a judge of talent.
That's
you know
true.
he knows these kids really well.
Yeah, that's very true.
So
very true.
On the other side, we got Nick Baumgardner from the Athletic. What am I talking about? I'm like say from the Athletic, of course.
Yeah.
So you get two for the price of one.
It's the Athletic Hour, apparently.
It is. It is. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Missler, best guy in the Bizzler, and joining us is Nick Baumgartner from The Athletic. Hey, Nick, I'm glad we could catch up because there's some things that I got to ask you. And,
Yes, sir.
Jack Campbell, not Jack Campbell. What am I talking about Jack Campbell for? Aiden Hutchinson is up for 2 awards, defensive MVP, as well as the comeback player of the year.
Wow.
I mean, I can see the way he played, but defensive player defensive player of the year is probably going to be Myles Garrett, I think. And then, he does have a chance to be the comeback player of the year, right?
Right. I would think so. I think Aiden, if you look at his numbers this year at the end of it, and you look at, remember last year, right, he had that great start through, 8 games, something like that? If you look at the totals this year, they're not that far off the pace that he was, kind of on for himself last year when he started so hot. So I thought he had an awesome year, like an all-pro level type season. I think he did. Did he make all-pro? I think he did.
He did make all-pro.
So he did make all-pro. I think that, I don't know every story of the rest of the league out there, but in terms of high-profile guys that got hurt and then came back and you didn't I think the best compliment I can pay Aiden is nobody even blinked that, oh, maybe he lost something, right? Maybe he's not quite everybody was oh, he's just the same. It's right back to where it was. So I think that's one of the things this year for the Lions that didn't get talked about a lot because they didn't play that well. But Aiden was awesome. I think that if anybody was worried, and we talked about this in the spring, Jamie, and in the winter, you don't know with these things, with these injuries, you never know what it's going to be like. You don't know what the confidence of the guy is going to be like. But he had no problems and was awesome and probably even better at the end of the year in some other areas than he was at the start. So terrific year for him, and really cool that he got up at least honored or at least nominated for the player of the year. But I do think that he was probably one of the 10 best defenders in the league this year. I think that's pretty hard to argue with.
No, you're right. And then Jack Campbell did win an award, a linebacker award, the Buckus Award, right?
Well, he was all-pro also.
Right.
I don't know if he won linebacker of the year. He might have, but he was also the first team all-pro. And this was easily his best year. And everybody talked about that, I think, from jump, that most people expected him to have a really good year, especially once Kelvin Shepard kind of upped up to defensive coordinator and really gave Jack more freedom this year, I think, than he'd ever had. There a lot more checks, a lot more things at the line of scrimmage. But really, Jack Campbell this year was just, I don't think there was any other inside linebacker that even touched him in terms of everything he could do. He never left the field. I think he was right there with Aiden in terms of snap counts. I think they were both over 1,000, which is they were near the top of the league. So, you hear these things, Jamie, and it's how are they not in the playoff?
No, I get it. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But hey, it's not bad news, right? It's good news that they got good players, but
no, they have great players, but it's time. The older players are starting to leave, and Dan Skipper's. He's on it. He bid farewell now. He's gone.
Yeah, he's down here with me at the Shrine Bowl. He's coaching.
That's coaching right. I'm about to say you were down there with. You're down there with him, and he's taking in some of the Senior Bowl himself. But Dan Skipper, he's given everything he could to these Lions, and. But now, how do you replace that? How do you replace this guy? Yeah,
I think that there's a lot of that this year. We're going to see, Skipper was the first guy to sort of announce what his plans were for next year. But I do think still that, we'll see about Taylor Decker. We'll see about Graham Glasgow if either of them, call it a day, or if either of them are back, I guess. Graham, we'll see if he wants to play, if he comes back at all. So there needs to be some conversations with a couple of different positions up there, including the skipper spot. But I do think that this is an offseason where they have to find a way to get more linemen in here via the draft. But also, I think most importantly, and Campbell talked about this in his end of the season presser, and I think he was talking about the offensive line more than any other position. They need more competition on the roster. They need more veterans. They need guys that can play. They need to go spend some money and get some guys that are 25, 26, that have been in the league, that know what they're doing, that can, come in here and push some of these younger guys to get better, because that was a problem this year. Mahogany is a nice young player, but they gave him the job out of camp. I mean, he was a second-year player who barely played, who was just penciled in as the starter, and nobody really challenged him because there was nobody there. So I think they've got a lot of that this year. They got to find more depth and more competition in the trenches.
No, you're right. Probably, I mean, I got to ask you this. I mean, we didn't get Mike McDaniels. We got another offensive coordinator. And there's been a lot of uproar. And it's not just been me. There's been a lot of uproar. You took an offensive coordinator from the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, I'd never heard of this guy. I'm just saying.
I know.
So,
yeah.
Where's this coming from? I mean,
I get it. But let me tell you.
Okay.
Jamie, I'll tell you right now. Okay. So this is one of those hires that I'll just say right out. He's Ben Johnson's best friend. He was in Ben Johnson's wedding.
Okay. Ben Johnson's a coach over. Ben Johnson's over a coach. Yep. Is a coach bear down now. He's bear down.
Yes, right. So he is this guy. He and Ben Johnson worked together at Boston College once upon a time back in their early 20s with Ryan Day. Ryan Day was on that staff too. And then once they split off, Petzing went on with Kevin Stefanski, followed him to Minnesota, followed him to Cleveland, and then got the OC job, one of the youngest OCs in the NFL there when Jonathan Gannon got the Cardinals job. So I understand why a lot of people have never heard of this guy. It makes a lot of sense that you've never heard of him because he's never really had, other than the Cardinals, who are like a team that nobody watches. And despite the fact that in 2023 and 2024 they were actually pretty good offensively, this guy is a good play caller, Jamie. Okay. When you look at the data, when you look at the film, when you look at everything, not only is he a good play caller, he fits everything that the Lions want to do. He calls offense exactly like Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell called it that first year they were together, 2022, the year where they went 9-8. So it's a lot like that. There'll be a lot more under center with Jared Goff, a lot more play action, a lot more double tight. I wouldn't be surprised if they find a way to get David Montgomery back here because I think this would work better for him than what they were doing in previous. So this does make a lot of sense. It's just not a sexy name, and I know that everybody got their hearts set on Mike McDaniel, which would have been cool, but I think that Jim Harbaugh probably outbid, because I think Jim, he probably went and said to McDaniel, "You can do anything you want here. You come out here, you can reinvent our entire offense. I don't care. Do whatever you want to do." I don't think that was the case when he interviewed here. They liked him, obviously, but I think it was like, you don't want to start over here. So Petzing, I think, is exactly what they want. If he was available last year, I think they would have hired him last year. But he was an OC. He can't steal him. So I think that's what that is. But I think this is a good coach. It's just not anybody that nobody knows yet. But I would caution people. When Dan promoted Ben Johnson, nobody knew who the hell he was either. So I think that's one of those type of things, and you just got to give it a shot. I think. But I think this is good. I think this is a good hire. It makes a lot of sense.
Okay. I'll give him a chance. I'll let him shoot. I'm just.
We started to get. We gave John Morton a chance.
We did.
Yeah, it just unfortunately didn't last as long as I think a lot of people were hoping it would have. So.
Right, lasted like 5 weeks and then was over. But that one also. John Morton isn't a bad coach. He got a job like 30 seconds after they fired him.
I mean, he's a consultant right now for the Denver Broncos. He's watching them. He's going to the Super Bowl. He's going to get a Super Bowl ring, maybe.
But I don't think that he was a coordinator. I don't think he's a bad coach. I don't even think he did necessarily a terrible job. It's just it should be better, and it could be better. And I think Petzing was a good limited role or limited personnel out there in Arizona. They weren't any good. Kyler Murray was up and down and hurt all the time. But they led the league in explosive runs. They were better in explosive runs than the Lions were in 2023 and 2024 with nobody. They had James Conner, but that's it. So I think that if you give him Gibbs and you improve the line, I think this could be pretty good.
You're right.
And I think it'll be good for Goff, too. I think Goff will really like this guy because that's the other thing, too, that was missing with Morton. Jared Goff is one of these, like, cerebral, thinks of the game at a level that none of us could even comprehend. One of these, like, genius-level football thinkers. He loved working with Ben Johnson because Ben was the same way. They thought about the game at, like, a crazy high level. No offense to John Morton, I don't think he was like that. I think Drew Petzing is like that. He was like a math scholar, one of these type of guys.
Yeah, he's a high thinker of his plays. And
so he'll challenge. He'll challenge Jared and keep him on his toes, and that'll be good too, I think. So I think he's a good fit, and we'll see how they execute it though.
Okay,
Nick, I want to go back to the whole Jack Campbell thing real quick. Obviously, you mentioned All Pro and the Bud Kiss Pro Award winner that was announced earlier today. And obviously, over the past couple of years, we've seen a lot of the guys that are on the team that help retool and rebuild this organization to, get to the lengths that they did, including, the NFC Championship game a couple of years back, get back to the playoffs, back-to-back division titles, number 1 seed that I don't think I know I haven't seen ever in my lifetime, but.
Yeah. Right.
But also in that time frame, we've seen a lot of these guys that were a part of this retooling and shifting of the guard in Detroit are getting very large and very large and extensive contracts. Jack is coming up. Like, this is his last year before the club option comes up in 27. And I don't know, like, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of cap space that's really left for the Lions going into this offseason, where the trenches are really, really, really thin, either by age or just by depth. What's the option going to be here going forward, especially with, the season that Jack Campbell's at, and he's been improving every year, since his rookie year. I mean, how exactly are they going to work this out to try to get some of the talent that they need to get over the hump that Sheila had put out in a team letter?
Yeah, I think this all goes back to the whole thing about, like, they don't have enough. Holmes just missed on too many draft picks. They don't have enough young guys on the roster that are cheap, that are taking up jobs, that are like Malcolm Rodriguez is a great example. They need like 10 more Malcolm Rodriguezes all across the roster on rookie deals, and they don't have them, and I think that's been the problem, and that's a concern that I have going into this offseason. Like I've said this a few times, I don't know if the Lions have enough picks this year. I feel like Holmes, and they need to find a way to get more picks. Like, if they make a trade, do something, because I don't know if they have enough to attack everything, because I really would. Yeah, because you talk about Jack Campbell, Gibbs, Sam Laporta. These are guys that, are all coming up that you've been able to pay all the other guys so far, but, like, you can't really let these other guys walk either. You also made that contract with Kirby Joseph. Brian Branch is still unpaid. So it's going to be tricky, but, they're going to have to, and they can't keep everybody. And I think that's the thing, right? So oftentimes, whoever doesn't get kept in these situations, the smart thing to do is to trade them. So, before that time comes, I don't know if that would be immediate coming in the upcoming, but I would do everything I could to keep Campbell and Gibbs for sure. And I would love to keep Laporta too, but I don't know, his health and everything else, how that looks long-term also. But they need to get younger in some areas as well. And it's going to be tricky. It's going to be a really tough offseason, or challenging one for Holmes, because there's a lot to do.
Wow. Again, you're listening to Nick Baumgartner from The Athletic. Nick,
I told you I'm not just a pretty face. I asked some really in-depth questions.
That's right.
No, that's true. I mean, but you brought up somebody who he's like the caretaker of the offense is Laporta. Where is Sam Laporta, and what are we expecting to see? Are we expected to see him in OTAs? Are we going to see not until game time?
Yeah.
I mean, what is the extent of his injury?
Yeah, I mean, he had the back injury and he had surgery. So, those are tricky, and they don't really like to make big proclamations on when a guy will be back or ready to go quite before, they all the way know yet. I don't know. I think he went down middle of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be surprised if he was out there doing anything in like OTAs, because there's no point.
Right.
But I haven't heard anything from them to suggest that he wouldn't be ready for training camp. You know what I mean? So I would assume that their goal is to have him out there, and then you ease him back in training camp. I don't know if he would be in contact right away. He might be one that eases in or whatever, but they haven't said anything that makes me think that he won't be ready for the start of next season. But I don't know if he'll have a heavy off season, and I don't know if he would need one. It's just like, you don't know how guys react to the back surgeries after it's over. So you really have to wait and see, once he gets back, and then you got to see how he gets out there and moves around. Some guys, it's fine, it's just whatever. But some guys are never really, like Taylor Decker had a really bad back injury a couple years ago. I remember thinking about the same thing with him. And then he was fine. He got right through it, and it was fine. And he moved right along. But other guys, it's not the same thing. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But that's something. It's not nothing. It's something to that'll impact probably if it bothers him. It could certainly impact his contract conversation.
I know we were talking about how you don't think that the Lions may have enough picks, and there's been one player that's kind of been murmured about, that maybe the rumors are out there that maybe the curtain is starting to close in terms of like just maybe looking for a new scene, and that's David Montgomery. Do you think that he could be one of those guys that could be a key component to get some more draft picks, or maybe get someone that's on the lower end of things contractually to help with this offensive line going forward?
I think so. I just don't know quite yet what they want to do there. I think at the end of the year, when the season ended, I think Montgomery was like 1.5 foot out the door.
Yeah.
I think he was like ready to go. I think he'd kind of said as much, and just it didn't make sense to him and it didn't, to stay there. He's not even 30 yet. He's got a lot of tread still on the tires. To be somewhere else where he can be kind of the featured guy. I don't think he was bitter or like anything, he was just disappointed that it didn't. But the thing that gives me a little bit of pause on that is the offensive coordinator hire they just made with Petzing. And I mean, they're going to run the ball differently. It's not going to all be get up there and try to bully people every single time. It's going to be a lot of different stuff, counters, pinballs, everything. They'll run everything. But they'll run it. So I think that having another back like that would really help. And I think that if you ask Dan Campbell and Drew Petzing, they'd probably say we would love to have David Montgomery here, but I don't know if that's, I don't know if he's going to be totally comfortable with whatever that role would be. And I think ultimately it'll probably depend on him. I think it'll depend on what he wants to do, because they like him a ton, right? He's a great guy. He's one of the best, humans in the NFL. And I don't think they want to treat him unfairly or anything like that too. So I think that what he wants to do will probably be a big part of it, but certainly a candidate to be moved. But I don't know that for sure at this point either, because of the hire they just made.
Well, you're going to ask him. Obviously, they love him as a running back, and he's done so well. But you can't keep the other guy on the bench. The other guy is a feature. I mean, he could take over a game. He's that type of running back who can take over a game, both running and receiving. So he's a special kind of running back that I think they think that they got something, but it's always good to have Montgomery because he can pound it, and he's that guy. So, I mean, I get what everybody's saying, but if you can convince that young man, hey, we love you, and we're going to put you in the game, but he wants to be the feature back. It depends on
and he could be.
Exactly. It depends. Yeah. How are you going to divide up the carries? That's how it's going to come down to.
Right. I mean, you send him off to a team like, I don't know, one of these playoff contenders.
No one in your division. No one in your division.
Whatever you do not field a call from Chicago.
Exactly.
But like,
nobody.
Hey, like Buffalo would probably like to have
that.
Him,
would be good.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Like that,
nope,
right?
That's a good one. Yes.
So yeah, I mean, I think like there are definitely teams out there that would love to have him. I just don't know how much, and I think you'd get a decent pick. I don't know how high it would be, but I think you'd get something back for him. But that's the trick, because if you lose him, yes, gives us to a point where he does need to be out there a lot more. And he's one of those rare backs that probably could handle being on the field 25% more than you would ask a regular back. But if you lose David, then you got to go draft a guy that can do the same kind of thing that he does, and that's not easy either. You're gonna have to go find a young guy that can come in here and be a hammer. And the Bears found that last year with Kyle Monangai out of Rutgers.
They did.
But you got to scout him, and you got to get a guy. So that's tricky too, and that's just one more thing on the list. That if David is gone, that you got to attack in the draft. So every problem that every solution, every problem creates another one. I feel like in some ways right now, they're not huge problems, but they are issues, and I think that's kind of where they're at with a lot of things.
No, you're right. I mean, look, it's been tough for the Lions. The Lions. I'm sure it's tough for them watching what happened. I mean, this has got to be excruciating for this team and these players, because they were a year ago. They were in that situation, talking about being. I mean, the championship game would have been there. I mean, they would have had it right there in Detroit.
We did a story yesterday, I think it was, at The Athletic on. We took all 18 NFL teams that didn't make the playoffs, and rated them from the worst scenario, like the worst situation to the best. And the Lions are the healthiest of those 18 by far. They're in the best situation. They're the easiest one to look at and say they should be able to bounce back and be fine. But it's also that much more frustrating when you look at it this year and you say the Broncos are still playing, right? Yeah. Like, I mean, my God, you know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, you know, you beat the Bears twice pretty easily and they made a run, you know? I mean, it's like, that's the stuff where it was like, of all the years to miss it, this is one where it's like, man, this was an opportunity and the Eagles choked, right? Like, so this was an opportunity and they did not take advantage, and that's going to sting.
Nick, I know you're down at the Shrine Bowl. When's the Shrine Bowl actually take place? Just before I ask the actual question.
So I only go to the practices usually, and I get out of here on Monday. But I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh, Tuesday or Wednesday.
From what you've been able to see down there, and maybe this is a little sign for maybe Lions fans that are maybe chomping at the bit for something, for this long off season until the draft comes around. Has there been anyone that you've kept an eye on that's been impressive to you, in terms of pro scouting? I mean, I imagine you're not a quote unquote pro scout guy, but has there been anyone that you've seen at these practices that you just kind of stand out and go, damn, this guy can ball?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch. I mean, the Shrine Bowl is always good for like the back half of the draft. Like Christian Mahogany was here, for example, a couple years ago. So a lot of the guys like in the 3rd through the 7th. But like this is an encouraging group. Like there's several defensive linemen. Daryl Jackson, the big guy from Florida State, had a good day today. DJ Campbell, big guy from Texas, who's a guard center, had a good day today. There's a lot of really good interior prospects here. They're not big guys. There are no Frank Ragnows, in this draft. I think that's the one thing I would say. But there are a lot of athletic interior linemen. Brian Parker's kid from Duke, who's played pretty well today. That I think that and that's where I say I wish they had more. I want them to get more picks to throw more darts at it, because I do think there are a few guys this year where in the second half of the draft, back half of the draft, you can find some quality depth, some guys that can come in here and push and at least make things interesting on some of the guys that are already here. And that's really all you're looking for. I don't think anybody expects them to go draft a Pro Bowler. It's just draft a guy that's competent, that can continue to improve and help raise the ceiling of everything that you have.
National championship game. Did you get a chance to watch it?
I did. I did. That was great.
I mean, it was an incredible game. I mean, when you look at it, I mean, are there any guys in the first round for the Miami team? Were there any first rounders? Maybe the two edge guys and the right tackle?
Yeah, I think Maui Goa, the tackle, is probably their highest rated guy. I think he's probably. I wanted him to fall to the Lions. That's not going to happen.
Right.
I think he's going to be a top 10 guy. Ruben Bain, probably be a top 10 guy. Messador, probably be a fringe first round guy. He might get in the first round. I don't know. He might not. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else. It's like they have a lot of guys that are like what's the corner there? Keontae Scott.
Yeah, Keontae Scott at the defensive back.
Yeah, he's probably a second round guy who's kind of rising up a little bit too. And then Indiana too, Jamie. They got. I mean, it's not just Mendoza. They've got Indiana. You know who they reminded me of this year? They reminded me of Michigan's 2023 title team, because they have a ton of guys. Like Pat Coogan is the center for Indiana, who I think is just outstanding. I think he's a number. He could be a number one guy. Well, he'll be a day 3 guy because he's not that big and he's not a great athlete. But he was probably the smartest interior lineman I saw all year. I mean, he was awesome. Their whole line was like that. They just really smooth. The receivers are really good. Omar Cooper and Elijah Surratt, both really good players. So it was a cool year, fun game, and we'll see. But that's the thing too, Jamie. You're going to see less of those small school guys these days because everybody's getting paid now to these big schools. So.
Yeah.
Less and less small school guys making it.
I got
which is something.
One question for you, Nick. And I saw this in an article and I was reading it. It says, did what's his name? The coach at Indiana.
Kurt Cignetti.
Did Cignetti break the quarterback? Did he break college football quarterbacks? I mean, look, now you don't go get a 5-star. because they're not going to sit around and wait.
Right.
I mean, they're not going to sit around and wait. They want to play right away. And if you put them in right away, Nick, you got to go through the bumps and the bruises. You're not going to win out. You got to have a great team around you if you're going to put a 5-star in, right?
I think Cignetti broke college football, Jamie, because this is how you do it. You're in the air. Everything has changed. You are now in an era where your head coach does not have to be out on the road, pounding the pavement, recruiting and hammering on every door. You can hire a 65-year-old who hangs out in his office, watches tape, and tells his staff, go get me that guy,
That's
this guy,
Cignetti.
this guy.
That is him.
That's him.
That's him.
100%. And they don't, they run 20 plays. It's not that complicated. They just do everything perfect. He teaches the hell out of it. It's a different era of college football completely. It's totally on evaluation now. Your coaches and your staffers have to be able to scout talent, and your head coach has to be the best teacher that you possibly can think of. I think it's a great time. Like Michigan just hired Winningham, right, as older coach.
Right.
I think it's a great time to do that because these guys have so much knowledge. And in the old days, you hire the old guy, and it was like you're going to get left behind because you can't go out and get players. They run out of gas, whatever it is. They're running out of, but that's not really the case anymore. Like Cignetti, I mean, I'm sure he goes and recruits, but it's not like the old. I mean, he sits there and watches tape all day and just scouts and game plans. That's what he does, like an NFL coach. So I think it's changed everything. It's not, you don't need to go hire the 42-year-old with all the energy. Like Dan Lanning is still good, but the Dan Lanning hire of 5-10 years ago, I don't think that's necessary. I think you can go and be a little more creative now and look outside the box. I think other teams should do that too.
The coach from Arizona State who got a big contract telling everyone Michigan wants me. Yeah, Michigan wants me.
We'll see about all
Nobody
that.
said they wanted him, but he claimed that Michigan wants me. That's how he got a big contract.
Penn State
I
wanted
would
you
be
pretty
less
bad.
inclined, right? I would be less inclined to hire the 35-year-old carnival barker who spends all of his time yelling about fundraising than I would the 65-year-old who's won 20 championships and 1 AA. Like that's football, man. You know that. So that's how it's always going to go in my book.
Look. Kurt is doing it. He's the GM of his own, his own right. Yeah. He doesn't do it.
He's the whole show.
He's the show.
He does everything.
He is the show. That's what he tells his coaches what he wants. What I mean,
100%.
Look at this guy. Can you mold him into a player? Yes. He's as long as he's got lineage and he's got hours built in, years built in.
Yeah.
We bring him in and we win. That's what we do.
That's his thing. He's got that system. He's a Saban guy. He plans everything. Every day is scripted out, every day, 365 days a year. I mean, he's got it down.
He hacked it. He hacked college football. He hacked college football.
But also, you know why?
I mean,
you know why? 'Cause he spent all those years coaching on the underneath level where you have to hack college football.
Right.
And now he's up here and he's just doing what he's always done, and he's like 20 steps ahead of everybody
and
else.
It's nothing to him. Nothing to him.
No,
I mean, you
nothing
fit
to
him.
Yeah.
All he does is sit on the sidelines and make goofy faces. Miz has got
It looks like it's easy.
It looks real easy. Miz is like, look at him, Jamie. Like, all he does is sit there with his goofy face, and he just makes those faces. I'm like, what the hell is he doing?
This is like any look is like every look that he has. Just steadhead.
Yeah.
He's happy. He's upset. He's sad. He's emotional.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Nick, I have one last question to ask you because the head coaching the carousel has hit one of the most interesting hiccups I think I've ever seen in my entire life. And I brought it up with Jamie before the show. I wanted to get your thoughts on it too. Your thoughts on the Buffalo Bills interviewing the bolo tie wearing former QB1 of the Chargers and now former Colts. Philip, I've got an entire amount of kids that run an entire offensive.
I had to get my
system.
insurance back.
Really?
I got my insurance back.
Can he be Jackie Moon if Josh Allen goes down?
Will he come in and play? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Put himself in the game. Yeah.
Right.
Oh my!
I actually do think Philip Rivers would be a good football coach. I don't know about head coach, but I do think he'd be a good coach. Like, he's really smart. But yeah, I don't know. Buffalo might have bit off more than they could chew, firing the coach there, not firing the GM. Like, this doesn't look like. Maybe they hired Joe Brady and just call it a day. I don't know. Or I guess Daboll, is that what they want to get?
Daboll. That's who they're looking at, Daboll, because they think he was he was really the creator of Josh Allen when Josh Allen got
Well, Josh Allen loves Daboll. They're close.
Right.
So maybe that'll be the separator. I don't know. Very interesting. Very interesting.
So do you like Mentor, for the Ravens and Lamar? Jesse Mentor got the job for the Ravens. Do you like that?
I mean, he's a good coach. He's a good defensive coordinator. He was always a good defensive coordinator.
Well, if he fixes the defense, that's what they needed to do, is fix that defense.
Probably what they need to do is fix the defense and get out of the way on offense there and hire a better OC. So I think it could probably work, but like that is a tough. He is not that old. He has not been doing this that long. I like him. I liked Mike McDonald or Daniel.
Right. Mike McDonald.
I like McDonald better.
Right.
I liked him better. And I think, and I don't dislike Minter, but I think McDonald is a better guy there. But I don't know. It's a toughie. My bigger question on that one, I think he'll probably be okay. But my bigger question on that one, Jamie, is Jesse Minter just left Jim Harbaugh's staff to take John Harbaugh's old job. Does that mean he's dead to Jim? Will Jim ever speak to him again? Or is Jim fine with it and he's like happy for him? I really don't know.
Jim's probably fine with it. John's probably fine with it. You see what John's getting paid? Come on.
Yeah, he saw 20 million, something like that.
Exactly. He got 100 million in 5 years.
Yeah. And he's got
Harbaugh's are doing well.
Yeah, and he's got the human concussion torpedo known as Scattaboo ready to come back when he's ready to come. Scattaboo!
And Jackson Dart.
Yeah. Can't forget about the Dart boy.
Yeah.
We'll see it.
All right. Nick, really appreciate you coming on, being a part of it. And hey, have a good time down there where you are.
And
yes,
try to bring up some of the warmer-esque temperatures from Dallas, because this.
Oh no, they're having a ice storm tomorrow, so I'm not doing that.
No, trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. We heard. I heard. Old boy Teddy took his trip down south, even further south. So I know about that myself. So
oh boy,
funny.
Yeah, but no, you listen. I'll take a good 20, 30 degrees up here any day.
Yeah,
we'll
try.
Right now.
I'll try.
All right.
Totally. Yes, sir.
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it. Have a good day. A good weekend
yep.
too. That's Nick Baumgartner from The Athletic. I guess
we'll always love having a good time.
Love having Nick. Dude, Nick he's got all the information. Anytime you talk football with him. I guess the question of the day, did Cincinnati hack college football?
Oh, he definitely did. He took the rules that were put in place and he took advantage of it.
That's what you got to learn. You got to learn how to hack college football. Is that the football we're going to watch? You got two commissioners. You need two commissioners to sit down and help with college football playoffs, and they can't sit down. Can't sit down. One wants 24 teams in the college football playoffs, which we know is too many too many teams.
Stop it, Tony. It ain't happening.
And then we got another one was, I'm going to let the other guy, let him spew his stuff out. I'm good with 12 or 16. Make a decision. Get together and make a decision.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I think having 12, because like I said, last year broke the parity of what everyone thought was college football playoff, where you had the top four that got to sit back and kick back.
I thought, yeah.
And then they all got bopped off by the lower seeds. But then this year you had a change where you had something different where you had the top seed move all the way to the final, but then you had a 10th seed make it all the way to the championship game too. So it's a little weird, perplexing. But the thing about that whole expansion, and we'll get to it on the other side, I know that, but I don't have a problem with it expanding to 16, but don't have this caveat of, we'll make it 16, but we won't guarantee 7 in the field for our conference and our conference alone. Everyone else can get bent as far as I'm concerned.
Exactly.
Because it means more down here. If it meant more, you would have won the last 3 years.
Should Notre Dame get an automatic bid if they win 10 games? What is that now? I'm sorry.
Get in a conference.
I'm done with that.
Just get to a conference.
Make them get into a conference. Make them choose. It doesn't have to be the Big Ten. I don't want them in the Big Ten, quite frankly.
Join the Big 12. That's an easy conference for you.
Get in the Big 12.
You like easy conferences, Notre Dame. Join the Big 12.
Or win the ACC. You'll be the ACC king. You would be the ACC king. Just win it.
You would have been in the championship game. You would have played Duke, and you probably would have smoked them like a pack of Signettis, and then probably got eliminated in the first round of the college football playoff.
Exactly. So
but don't think you have to join the Big Ten. Go go cherry pick like you do in every other conference and every other sport you're part of.
So what do you think?
Whack.
What about college football? You got to say it is the second most important sport. College football, you watch it.
In America.
It's past everybody except for NFL. Except for the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. So tell me what you think. I just want to hear. What do people think about what's going on? You know?
America.
Do we need to increase the playoffs? Do you want the playoffs to increase? And to what teams? What is it 24? Is it 16? Is it 12? Or keep it the damn way, same way, which is 12.
Yeah, I know we had the question earlier in the week, but obviously now with them finally coming to a conclusion that we can't come up with a conclusion. Yeah. You know, what should it be at this point?
I like 12. I don't care. It was enough. I just think they screwed up trying to put in group of five, too many damn group of fives. They tried to put in too many group of fives in there, and they should have just do the one. Do the one. That's all you need to do. Nobody told you to do extra credit, college football committee. Don't do extra credit. Just do what you're supposed to do. Read what you're supposed to read. Don't give me extra teams. That's what I'm saying.
You're doing too much.
I don't need it. I don't need the extra teams. Just do what you're supposed to do. You should have let Notre Dame in. Stop acting like, oh, we're not going to let you in. Be quiet. Let that go.
Sit down, be humble.
Exactly. On the other side, we'll take your calls. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Missler, best guy in the Bizzler. I'm going to tell you what, I got a little hot and I'm still hot. E-Money, you're right. End of the season should be January 1st. It should be. It's always been that you know what? We've had a couple of these long seasons that go into January now. It's a long season, boy. It's a long season.
Sometimes too long, too.
Oh, my God. I kind of wish for it to get over now. I used to wow, the season really moved. I said this week, I said, damn, the season was long.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is. It's just like don't get me wrong, 12 games in the season's fine. I don't know if like I said, I don't know if I'm down with 2 bye weeks in the season. I don't know if that's the reason why. But then the college football playoff, having it expand as far as it does with the first round, and then the quarterfinals are it feels like a week and a half to 2 weeks apart.
No, that you're waiting too long.
Yeah,
you're waiting too long. Get on with it. I'm sorry. I get it. And I know it's important and different things like that, but get on with it. We got to move. Look, it's a great idea. Partner up with the NFL. You got to go in and partner up with the NFL and work out schedule. I know. I miss, but you got to go. Be humble. Hey, we're bringing your players to you. We're not asking for money from you. We're not asking you to give us anything. We just need your help. Because we need to know how to schedule our games. This is what we're trying to do. Because we know you don't care. You don't care where you don't care. You just play your games. We just want to partner with you on when we can play our games and we can get the larger group to watch. That's all. We don't want to compete with you. You don't want to compete with us. I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all. I mean, that's all I'm looking for.
And I know the TV the TV aspect of it is the biggest component because the TV is what brings the revenue in.
Right.
I get it, but like I said, when you had one of the rounds, the wild card round of the playoffs, the same weekend as the semifinals, and you went head to head with them side by side, it's like, all right, well, the markets that don't care about one of the leagues, will watch the other, and vice versa. But what if you got, let's just say an example. Let's say Michigan is in the CFP semis and the Lions are in the wild card round.
Exactly.
Then you've got fan base on both sides. You got a break.
Exactly. They all got a break.
Don't get me wrong. Hey, that's fine. Some people got the streaming services that can pull that off. Right. I don't. But either. Again, that's just one of those things where, listen, talk about with them, considering too that you're about half a step away from being an amateur sport at this point.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Amateur.
It's about getting to that point.
It's
if it
pro.
ain't already.
I mean, and I'm just calling that pro. I'm calling that pro.
That's true. When you got
National Football League, pro football. Pro football is the college football game, and National Football League is the NFL version. I mean,
that's true. I mean, if you think about it too, even with what the latest news with college basketball, where you've got some guys that have already played in the G League at the pro level are now coming back to college. The kid from the kid that played 2 or 3 years. I don't get that either.
No, I see. I don't even want to jump in there.
I don't get it either. It just all it does. I don't want to say it boils my blood, but it does not give me that warm fuzzy.
No, you're right. Hey, Rodney, how you doing?
Not bad, J-Mo. How are you guys? You're hot.
I am right now because I have two. You got 2 grown men that can't make a phone call or get together and make a decision.
It's not us two.
I get you that way. I mean, I don't understand it either. Personally, I kind of think the college football stuff is basically like the G League or whatever, or AAA ball for baseball.
You may be right, but there's a lot of money being made from these players. That's a lot of money for college players. Now we may say that now. We get to say that now because they're not in the NFL, the real pro league that we watch.
I'm pretty sure Carson Beck, who played for Miami, has made more money playing for the U than he's going to make in the NFL next year.
That sounds about
I'll
true.
agree about that.
Yeah.
I'll agree. He's taking a pay cut. Taking a big old significant pay cut.
He'll find a way to get a 7th, 8th year. Just
I
start
mean,
calling
I
it.
remember back.
He gonna sue somebody.
Yeah.
And then the Duke University is suing their quarterback for leaving.
Oh, he's got to come back. He's coming back. I mean, they got him locked in.
Yeah,
they got him locked in. He's got to make a decision and be smart about it, because he will not be playing football if he tries to push his way down to Miami.
Them kids are learning real quick about how contracts work real quick now.
Exactly.
What's going to go on with the guy from Washington?
Oh, he's already back at Washington.
Yeah,
he already conceded. He's back at Washington.
He realized, I can't play.
I did a boo-boo.
I can't play them. I can't play them. They smart. They good.
Yeah,
they know what they're doing.
They got smart lawyers. Damn. Who knew?
All right, J-Mo, you know where I lie on a lot of stuff here. You know, college football and basketball are my two favorite things.
Right.
And my third spot is I like to watch some hockey here and there. How come you never hear about hockey players and load management?
Because they know what the game is all about. They know they're raised the right way. They come from good loins. They're not
Something about with sense might be in the smelling salts too. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, that's right. They outlawed it for the league. They outlawed it for college football. They've outlawed it for NFL too. So you can't do it.
And stuff in the bottles is strong stuff too.
Yeah,
I've seen them. They do work.
Oh yeah, they do. I miss working the hockey games now, man. Those was fun. Like, ooh, they left the smelling salts out. I gotta get myself ready.
Oh God! Oh no, I can't watch an NBA game at all.
nobody can do that. Nobody can. You wait till the last final 2 minutes and then join in, because you'll figure it out.
Well, even at that point, like you don't even have to care about it until you get to the postseason anyway. Really,
who cares? Right?
Right. You don't care until postseason.
I don't care about that first tournament that they're having. Who cares about that? I don't care about that. It doesn't mean anything anyway. That they get richer. They get richer. That's all it does. They get paid. We gonna get paid. That means we gonna get paid.
To me, watching an NBA game is like, well, I could just go to shoot around before the game and call it good. There's nobody playing defense.
Well, no, they may get hurt, and they hurt their game. They don't shoot from the free throw. I mean, from the last second shot. Somebody, a scrub got to shoot that shot. I can't lose that. You know what I'm saying, Miz?
Yeah, I know.
Mess up my field goal percentage. I got to look good. No, I am mad about these two commissioners. Yes, I am truly mad. And I'm madder at the one that exists in the Big Ten Conference than anybody. Trying to push 24 teams.
Oh, 2014.
Can you name me 24 teams that should be playing football after their season?
Somehow Texas wants to get involved in that.
Oh, Texas wants to get in. Oh, God, yeah. That means they're in.
Yeah.
Notre Dame, that means they're in. I mean, if you look at the contract, all they got to do is win 10. They can lose 2.
Yeah, but Notre Dame plays Army, Navy. I don't know.
They don't play anybody else. They play Stanford. They took USC out. Michigan's been pulled out. They may take a Sparty on. They'll do a Purdue every now and then. I mean, they ain't taking on Indiana. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they dropped USC and they picked up BYU.
Right.
Wow, wow. So strong, so tough of you, Notre Dame. So very tough and proud of you. You're brave. So brave.
I mean, they have to play a handful of games in the ACC to keep all their other sports involved in that conference, though.
No, you're right. You're right. I get it. I get it.
But that's only because they can claim their independence, and they're one of 3 teams?
They're just greedy. No, they're just greedy, money grabbing. I can't say what they are, but you know what I'm saying. They just want it.
They're Notre Dame.
They got $20 million a year ago, and they got it and didn't have to share it with the league, with the the ACC. They didn't have to share it. They got to take it home and put it in the bank. Guess what? We share things. You need to join a conference like everybody else. Everybody else.
You get to keep your NBC contract and join the Big Ten if you want, or join the ACC. We don't care. Just join something.
I mean, you think, the Rutgers of all teams, I'll just throw them under the bus.
They're easy
It
to.
really gives a darn about being part of our conference and being just absolutely crappy in every sport.
I think Rutgers got
paycheck.
pulled out of what they saw what they were in. Rodney, I appreciate the phone call. Have a great weekend. I think they got into the Big Ten at a great time, because then they got into a major conference. They represent the East Coast and of the Big Ten, and at the time, hey, they were making money. They were going to make some money. They knew they were going to make big money because the league was making money at the time.
Here's the thing that's funny about this is, I mean, E Boogie's been mentioning, has been active in the chat this past hour, which I'm going to call him out on Sunday, and I bet he'll know why. So Miami didn't have to share with the ACC this year. You're right. Had Notre Dame joined the ACC, they would have played in the ACC championship against Virginia, who was 7-1.
Right.
Notre Dame only had one loss in the against ACC teams, and that was only to your lovely Miami Hurricanes. They could have played Virginia. They could have probably stomped them, and they could have had a bid in the CFP if they join a conference. And again, we're not saying, hey, join the Big Ten. You have to join the Big Ten. Join the Big Ten.
I'm not saying that.
At this point, I don't care.
Right.
Don't join the Big Ten.
We don't want you.
And we don't care. Go join the ACC. You're in the basketball ACC. Go join them.
Right.
You want something easier? Go join the Big 12. You want something easier than that? I can't help you out with that to get you an automatic bid. I don't care. But join a conference and be relevant from now on. That's all you got to do. That's it. It's not tough. Join a conference. Quit being selfish crybabies.
Right. I mean, look, they're all in the ACC. Let them be in the ACC.
Right.
They should be all in with the ACC. They want the East Coast representation, except for hockey. Miz taught me that. Except for hockey, they don't want to play East Coast hockey. They don't want none of that. You don't want none of that smoke.
I want to play BC every year. I don't want to get humiliated by BU. Oh my God, Northeastern! Oh, we're getting out of here. We're going to join the Big Ten.
Exactly.
Oh crap!
Exactly.
Michigan and Minnesota are still good.
734-998-1050. What's up, Ken? How you doing, man?
Hello, fellas. How we doing?
We're good.
Yeah, I'm just doing some cooking here in the kitchen.
What you cooking?
What kind of cooking?
Yeah, what you cooking, bro?
Usually that's a question we ask Sunday.
On, Ken.
How you start your day, Ken?
How you got it? What you cooking, man?
Are we doing the same way like we starting out a Sunday morning, Ken? Is that what we doing?
No, not quite like that. I'm making medicine.
Ooh.
You're making medicine?
No, he's making venison.
Oh, venison. Okay,
No.
I said you're making medicine. What? What you doing?
I'm making medicine. Yes.
He said
medicine.
Oh, with an M. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Medicine.
Okay,
Medicine.
so-
Okay. I like medicine. Yeah.
Okay. Medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. With the quote. With the quote. With the quote.
Yes.
Are you taking the letters out of it?
No, I just want to thank Rick Simpson for hipping us up.
Okay. Okay.
There we go. There we go. I was waiting for that one. That's what I was waiting for.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Rick. But fellas, I went to eat at a buffet place up here in Lansing the other day.
Yeah.
I don't go out very often to eat. I like making my own food. But so I go over there and I'm having the dinner. And I walk up to the thing. I get a plate of food. And as I'm walking back to my table, I noticed this older gentleman. He's got an Ohio State hat on.
Oh.
They won't. He's a brave old man. He's got big balls up here in Lansing wearing his Ohio State garb up here. So I had my Michigan hat on as always. I look at him, I says, "Go blue." He says, "You ain't nothing but a bunch of cheating bitches."
Oh.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Did you offer him some Charmin? Did you offer him some Charmin for his first problem?
Bless his heart.
Oh, and it just went from there. So what happened with you guys with Indiana? Indiana kicked your ass in that Big Ten title game. You guys still can't get to win a Big Ten title. And it just went, and it just went, and it just went. And finally he goes, "Come on, let's go outside. I'll kick your ass."
Oh,
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Big man. Oh.
And this guy, my age at least, and I'll be 70 in July. And this guy, when he went to get his ice cream, it took him 5 minutes to walk 15 feet. I looked at him, I said, "You want me to go outside with you?" I said, "It took you 5 minutes to walk 15 feet to get your ice cream." I said, "I'm not going to jail for beating up an old crippled Buckeye."
Not worth your time, brother.
Wow.
Not worth your time.
and he said something. He goes, "Come on, let's just go outside." I goes, "Dude," I said, "you can't hardly walk." I said, "I could go circles around you, and every other circle kick you right in your ass."
Good for you, Ken. Hey, you took the temperature down out of the room.
You were the bigger man, figuratively, not literally in this situation. By the sounds of it.
He was a good sized older fella, man. He's probably about 6'2", about 230, 240.
Oh man, jeez, he thought he could take you, man.
I'm sure back in the day he was a tough old fella. But, you can't even hardly walk now, bro. Quit it. Quit it. And besides, you guys suck. Just, and there was a woman sitting down at the table. "Can't you guys just be nice and not talk about sports?"
Oh wow! Wow!
No, listen, it's a 365 conversation piece. Listen, we just listen. Well, they want to egg it on. We just bring it back to them, and they don't like it. "Oh, I'm gonna take it out. Let's take it outside."
He had a Spartan shirt on. I goes, "Well, I get it. You guys aren't relevant."
Wow!
But it was just amazing how he wanted to go outside and fight when he couldn't even hardly walk. God almighty.
Wow! I mean, wow, kid.
I was praying I could go in there and see him after that Miami game. I'd have paid $20 bill to see him in there after that Miami game, so I could tell him how he got his ass kicked again. But we're gonna have Trey Burke night tonight. Good for Trey. Him and John Beeline butted heads a little bit until John said, "Okay, brother, it's your show. Run it." And he did run it. He's a hell of a player. But I can't wait to just put a foot up the Buckeyes' ass, you guys. Our football team is doing better than a lot of people thought we were gonna. And Cignetti, he does have the secret sauce. Don't get a 5-star quarterback and think you're going to keep him for 4 years unless you're willing to pay a hell of a lot more for him than you did the first year.
That's exactly.
Yeah, I mean, if you got like a position coach that can develop a guy that had an upside the year prior and prove to him that, hey, we can make you look like you may have been a 2-star. We'll make you look like a 5-star by the time that you walk out the door and go to the draft. And that's exactly what they did with Mendoza.
And Mendoza was born in Miami. They didn't even offer him a walk-on.
No, they didn't. They wouldn't even let him walk on. They wouldn't let him walk on.
No, and his last year at Cal, his touchdown to interceptions ratio was lousy. So he had got some obviously good coaching through Cignetti's people. But Cignetti is a root and a branch off of the Saban tree. So what else would you expect but a great coach,
No, you're right. You're right.
He's a hell of a coach, and he did show everybody that I don't have to have a bunch of 5-stars. Matter of fact, he didn't have one 5-star on that team that beat Miami. He had, I think, 2 4-stars. So you can win if you know how to develop. Look at Mason Graham, 3-star. Go blue, baby.
Exactly it. That's exactly it. You can have someone that may have 0 stars or a couple stars, but guess what? You develop them the right way, they turn out to be some pretty studly young men.
Real good.
Yeah.
Real good.
You said Mason Graham, a great example. I mean, I can't remember what Colston's star rating was, but Last time I checked, he set a rookie record for most receiving yards in a playoff game.
All-star now.
Yeah, he's him. He's him.
At the tight end position, he is him.
Was extremely. I was happy for it, and I was happy that he's had such a great end of the season and showed that that the Bears did not make the wrong decision. But it also is hurting. It's also hurtful knowing that he's with the Chicago Bears. But that's an argument for another day.
That happens.
Yep,
that happens. Sometimes you draw the lower card. Anyway, we need to go to a break. We come back. We got Hadley. Hold on, bro. Calm down. I know you. I thought I was first, Jamie.
Nope, not this time. Pump the brakes, big fella.
You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Missler, best guy in the Bizzler.
Hey, before we go back to the phones, I don't know if this kind of slipped under the radar in terms of news in the college football world, but it's going to be relevant going forward, especially with this upcoming season. The NCAA have announced that they're allowing Division I teams in football, and I think across the board, to starting on August 1st, to allow teams to place up to 2 patches.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
No
the
more than
commercials.
4 square inches.
Yeah.
The only reason why I brought it up is someone has already made the assumption that every team in the state of Texas is probably going to have a Buc-ee's badge on their
They may have a Buc-ee's. That's pretty cool. I didn't even think of Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's would be cool.
About to be sponsored by Bussies.
That place. I gotta go. I'm literally going down to see Blake, my boy Blake, Nassif, and a former player at the University of Michigan.
Oh, okay.
And I just want to drive down to see him. And I think the wife has her brother. Her brother lives down in Texas, so I'll stay over at Blake's place, and
you pig out on Buc-ee's all the time.
Right, be on Buc-ee's all the time.
You're gonna have to bring me up some something from Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
I would prefer food, but if you give me some memorabilia, I wouldn't be upset by it either. So I can say I got me some Bussy tire.
It'll be cool. 734-998-1050. Hadley, what you doing, man?
Oh, I just wanted to tell you guys that the 200-mile difference between you and I is amazing with the weather. I heard now you're at 0 degrees and a -10 wind chill.
Yeah, that's right.
That sounds about right.
That sounds about right.
Sounds spot on. Yeah.
And then I heard that when the game ends tonight around 10:30ish or so, that wind chill will be almost double.
Oh, yeah. We have a warning out for the kids.
Yeah, negative. They're saying by the time we'll just round it up to 11 o'clock because that'll be about the time that Brian Bush and Terry are out of Chrysler. It'll be -9 actual temperatures, real feels down to the -20 to 25 potentially.
Oh, God.
Good thing I'm going to be inside and in my comfy bedroom at that time. I'm just I didn't want to leave anyways. I had no reason to go out anyways tonight. Why would I?
I hope you guys got good batteries in your car.
Yeah, I do.
We'll find out when I try to start my car up today, when I try to go home.
I mean, I think it's going to work. I'm in the garage today.
There you go.
You should try to get one. They come. I don't know if they come with cars anymore. It was an option where you could get a heater. It heats up your battery.
Oh yeah, my brother, when he was living in Anchorage, I imagine he still probably has it on his truck. When he was in Anchorage, he had that set up with his, before he got his pickup. He had a Jeep, and he had that whole get up there in Anchorage. And I know my uncle who lives up in Fairbanks has the same thing for his, where you gotta plug it in to keep the engine block from completely freezing up.
Yeah, I bet AAA had fun today.
I'll be honest. Most of it is all like, the engine freezing up and people that don't refuel up, that keep their gas tank, below a half a tank, which that's a friendly reminder. Go fill up tonight.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
Don't do it. Don't think about doing it in the morning.
Half a tank.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you were saying about 4 inches. They're saying anywhere from 4 to 6 down here too.
Yeah. I know a buddy down in Tennessee. They're getting snow to start off, and then they're going to get hit with an ice storm.
Ice.
Yeah. That down there in Clarksville, down in Clarksville. Have fun with that, big dog. Exactly. He goes, I'm not ready for that. I'm like, well, you moved there. It's on you, dog.
Jamie, I'm telling you, I hate weather like this. I really do. And when you get this old, you're saying, "Where's the nearest flight to Florida?"
Hey, Florida's going to get a little snow too. The northern portion.
Yeah, it's not much better down in Florida.
I go farther south. I go to Fort Myers area.
Okay,
the weather's a little better.
It might be 50 down there, but I think I'll take that any day of the week at this point too. But yeah, here we are.
my brother's taking a little trip right now, and I don't know if he's going to be able to leave on Sunday with all this weather moving in. He's like watching the weather forecast like a hawk, saying, well, where's the snow going to hit and hit? And the way they're going south and then over west through Texas and up in that area. I think he's going to have to delay it a day or two, the way this is going.
Yeah.
Because this storm's like half the country.
It'll be okay. We've been through it before. That's what they said.
We will remember.
We will survive.
We will survive.
Yes.
We will rebuild.
All right. Now, explain a little more about this commercial thing that the NCAA approved.
It's just a patch, Hadley.
Yeah, it's
Think
just like,
of it.
Yeah, it's just like sponsorship
Meyer.
patches.
It's a Meyer patch on the sleeve.
Yeah, well, I think they're looking at maybe on like the front chest by the shoulder,
right?
Maybe
just like the NFL does.
Yeah, like the NFL, what the hockey players do, what NBA does, like right in that general area, I believe.
Is it going to be? Well, I'm just asking. Is it about the same size patch as those others? You're going to notice it when we watch on TV?
You will notice it.
You'll notice that they said that it can't be any larger than 4 square inches. So
I think the best thing to do is just get Meyer to do it.
I mean, why not? I mean, let's find something that's
you could
relevant
get
for the
Ford,
area.
Chevrolet. You could get Ford, GM, or Meyer. I'm thinking Michigan products. That's what I'm thinking.
That's why I think Meyer would be a good fit.
Right.
I mean,
that's why I said
they sponsor a lot with Michigan with the broadcast, at least here on the radio.
Exactly.
I don't know what they do here in Ohio. Maybe Skyline.
Never know. They might Wawa or whatever. I don't know what the hell you guys got down there. Maybe Skyline. Maybe
they got Meyer down there too.
I mean, you can already imagine.
We got Meyer.
I can already imagine that University of Toledo is going to have Tony Paco.
Yeah, that's another good one that they could get. Something like that. Hey, it was good to hear Ken finally calling your show there, Jamie. And we hear him on Sundays.
You know what? I love Ken, and he knows how I feel about him. Hadley, he doesn't have to call me for a year. He can call in, and I still know who I do exactly. Yeah. I get it. I get it. Everybody's busy.
Yeah, we just pick up where we left off. That's
exactly.
All it is,
it was just, hey, what you doing?
His story about Ohio State and stuff, that I expect here in Columbus, not up in East Lansing. Gee.
Yeah, someone got lost on the 23 Turnpike is what it was.
Yeah, someone got lost.
I guess so.
He just pulled over to get a bite to eat.
North and south, south and north. Those are tough things to figure out. Columbus is south of Ann Arbor. Who'd have thunk?
Crazy. Well, as far as these, Big Ten and SEC deciding what they want to do and stuff. Why? I'm guessing. I know Tony is throwing a lot of things at them at the SEC about what format they want to do and stuff. Now looks like they're going to stick with the 12 for this year, but just tweak it up a little bit, whatever that means.
I don't know what tweaking up means. It's just 12 damn teams. That's all. You pick the
No, they were going to do something else with it. I don't know if Miz knows or not.
I don't think Miz knows. He didn't tell me.
I just know that's still 12 at least. I'll see if they did it, whatever tweaking they did, but I just know that it is going to be 12 field next year at the very least.
And the tweak is Notre Dame gets a guarantee if they get 10 games.
And it should be tough for them.
That's the other thing I heard about Notre Dame. Is it that they have to have 10 wins regardless, or they have to be
they got to be in the top they got to be in the top 12.
Top 12.
They got to be in the top 12.
Yeah, top 12 and they have to win 10 games at the very least.
Right.
And it shouldn't be tough for them this year.
What if they're in the top 12 and they have 9 wins?
Well,
then I guess you're screwed.
I believe there is a term here in the Motor City that's called SOL, but the SOL in Detroit means something completely different from what is actually the phrasing for Notre Dame in this case.
Well, if they decide to do the 16th, so now they can't decide anything until next year.
Right.
Until around this time again.
Right.
Okay. So, Jamie, I don't see anything wrong with 16. The only problem with all this is that if they go to 16, you're going to get too much
16.
saturation.
You either make it 12 and 16 and then move on. Close it down. The commissioner in the Big Ten wants 24. We got to get him off of 24.
I know.
So he needs to really be the one that be the bigger guy and say, okay, let's do 12.
Kiefer Sutherland is not walking through the door, Tony. Cut it out.
Exactly. Hey, I gotta go, Hadley. I'm sorry. I got Philly E on the other side. Thanks, Hadley. Appreciate it. What's up, Philly E? How you doing?
Hey, what's up, man? So when's that number getting retired?
Today.
Yeah, Trey.
Today?
I don't think it's actually,
halftime.
They may have something in the pregame. I think when I read the breakdown of things, we're going to have like some kind of special interview with
Coach,
at least with the media, with Beeline and then with Trey
and Trey. Yeah,
at 7:00, and then they'll have the ceremony during the halftime show. I imagine that the social media team will put something out. I don't know how much coverage Fox.
I think TV's going to have it. I think they got their best group there, and Trey. I'm sure they're going to have Trey sit there, and they're going to talk to Trey too.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
I think it is. It's a big game. It's huge.
Yep.
I don't know if you caught Sam and McCormick this morning. That was a pretty interesting conversation. I think McCormick is kind of like, there's a lot of other guys that were more talented, and it came down the pike.
Okay,
obviously, he named someone from the 80s like Gary Grant.
Okay, I get it. And here's the thing.
I do, too.
The problem is that Trey is a well-decorated individual. And we didn't have, during that span, the Beeline span, Trey started something good when Trey took over the offense and they went to the Final Four and
kind of started the trajectory of basketball coming back
and
to
brought
Michigan.
made Beeline the best coach in Michigan history. Right. I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh no! Listen, I wholeheartedly agree with what Sam was saying. Like, come on, man, they were in the dark ages. That was the Michigan basketball renaissance. And he was probably the biggest.
But I'm going to say this: Tim
coach.
McCormick is right. There are people. I still want Ricky Green. Where the hell is Ricky Green? Don't know. Everybody else is probably saying who.
Yeah, the only team that actually has the representation of two guys is Bunton and Kazi.
Exactly.
Rudy T played on, so he didn't play on any really good team, so he's kind of like his own entity. I imagine if Michigan had won in '88 as opposed to '89, I imagine we would be retiring Gary Grant.
No, you're right. You're right.
Probably not Glenn Rice.
No,
they won it in '89.
Exactly. I agree with you.
The only era that really doesn't have any representation at all, and I agree with you. I mean, if you got Hubbard, you got to get Ricky Green too. Yeah, it's kind of like Bunton.
I'm just look. I get it, but you can't. Everybody's number can't hang. That's all I'm saying.
No, I get it. But those are like the biggest. Those are the best eras of Michigan basketball. So I think they need representation, and they do. There's only one era that we all know that isn't represented, and there's obvious reasons for it.
But we all know. Wait a minute. They're the most popular of all.
Absolutely.
Everybody knows them by first name. Everybody knows who they are and the name of that group. So again, they don't have to swing either. Everybody knows who they are.
No, I understand clearly. So I didn't disagree with anything Sam was saying today. I mean, I get where McCormick was coming from, but
Tim's right.
You need a couple guys, or a guy from every era of Michigan basketball, and they're pretty much represented, except for that one crew of guys, and we know why. So, and in terms of Notre Dame, I don't quite understand this. USC joined the Big Ten, and now you pretty much have to travel through a gauntlet basically every year. And here's Notre Dame pulling the old Mickey, handpicking their patsies, playing half the ACC and with all the service academies.
They just
Stanford.
don't look. They just don't want
USC in. You can't fit USC in all these Mickey Mouse games you play.
No, because it gets in the way. It gets in the way. It makes them travel too long, and they got to sit on the plane, and the kids' knees hurt, and different things like that. I mean,
if there's one team in America that has a schedule that can fit a rivalry in, it's their Mickey Mouse ass schedule. They got a lot of balls dropping USC. USC would have the much better case to drop them. I don't quite get it. Anyway, I know it's basically time to wrap up. We got a great weekend of football coming up. Although, I'll be honest with you, AFC game has zero juice with me.
Wow. Wow. Don't
For
you wait a minute.
obvious
You don't
reasons.
want to see it's got drama in it. It's the backup versus the 2-year player. That's it. The backup versus the 2-year player.
Dude, they're a product of Stroud throwing 4 first-half interceptions, and the other team they have a backup. By the way, I saw Stidham play. I actually went to a Georgia-Auburn game back in 18. I actually went. I actually saw him play in person back in 18. Anyway, Georgia smoked them, so I don't know. That could probably continue tomorrow for all I know, or whenever, Sunday.
Yeah.
But the NFC game has all the juice. I'm looking forward to that game. But I just have the strange feeling Sam Darnold is going to win a Super Bowl and show a lot of people.
No, I think we show that the trade was more valuable to the Rams. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I mean the NFC game does have a little more movement than anything.
Right.
By the way, besides Trey Burke's number being honored tonight, coming up on Sunday, Caitlin Flaherty of the women's basketball team gets her number 3 honored coming up on Sunday against USC.
There you go.
So big weekend of basketball here in Ann Arbor coming up. Find a way to stay warm.
Yes. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.